All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Adventuring Day, episode 18 or 19 or something like that. Despite what the stream says down here, we're not doing Lost Mines of Phandelver. We've moved on. I need to change the title cards and everything. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition homebrew, kind of. Uh, I'm Tutmos DM, also playing Wu Turd, Goblin Monk NPC rescued by the party. And before we get started, let's just give a brief intro or bio of the characters, starting with Lantis.
Uh, I am Ren, an inquisitive. Sorry. I am Lantis. I'll be playing Garen, is a cleric looking to become a Barkor, who has recently begun the process of reviving his god. Now searching to see how he can fully bring that about, as well as trying to mend the relationship between the dwarves of Mirabar and Mithril Hall.
All right. And then Thunk.
Hi there, I'll be playing Thunk, a half-orc fighter paladin now, who for the longest time was trying to find his way after leaving the army and his friend dying, finding his peace with that. Well, now that he has finally talked to the goddess Tamora and gave him a mission, a quest in life, and answering questions that he needed answering, he is now feeling a lot more at peace. He is now on the lookout and hunting a group called the Shaba.
I think it was the Shaba's Black Fingers. I think.
Stop the Black Fingers of the Shaba. Seek out the Five Fingers. So he is now going to be working with whoever, his party, Malik mostly, seeing if he will help. See if there's anything that Malik might know. But of course, he will never fail his friends, and he will never let his friends fail.
Right, and then we have Malik, first mate Malik. if you're here, Nick.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know where my headphones are, though, so it might sound a little weird.
All right.
But yes, I'm Nick playing Malik. Young lad setting out in the world for adventure. He still has to send money to his mom. He's kind of forgotten.
Will remind you.
He hopped on an airship, is flying several hundred miles away. It's like, shoot, I have to send my mom her lunch money.
But yes, finally being able to do what he's always wanted to do, be an adventurer. And the reason my camera's not working is because I turned it off because I probably won't be sitting in front of the computer most of the time because I'm doing other stuff. Yeah. So I figured you don't want to see just the wall. So
yeah, getting ready for your
run slightly faster.
Yeah, you're getting ready for your IRL D&D campaign. Getting the prop set up.
I'm doing minis. It's really hard to find pictures of some of my fucking party because they're super obscure races or just really detailed, like old lady halfling cleric. I can't find a single old lady halfling.
I had a hell of a time finding a goblin monk image for Wu. But anyway. And then, last but not least, Captain Thoros.
Captain Thoros, the human swashbuckling bard, ex-sailor that grew up on the seas. And when he came to land, he came in search of adventures and glory, fame, and fortune. How he's found all of that, as well as the new home on the Bearded Lady, his landlocked ship, and kind of gives him good thoughts of being home once again with a good crew that he enjoys traveling with, and will continue to do so now that it seems that little more than just petty adventure is coming up, as it's more of a life-threatening, world-devastating things are coming up. Just like Thunk says, kind of just go with it and see what happens.
Excellent.
Yes. Tomorrow will give her many blessings upon the
Let's hope, anyway. All right, excellent. And I'd like to do a recap of our last non-one-shot session.
Yes.
That was a very fun. I had a
Yeah.
lot of fun with that, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's see. Captain's log. It seems that our time at the old temple, Malik had caught the eye of some plant creatures. After was able to escape them, unfortunately, we came to find out is named a Bule, emerged from the sands and attacked us. After the whole ordeal, we made our way through the desert to a hive of giant ants. Inside the nest? ? We fought off an onslaught of giant ants and the gargantuan queen. Once falling the queen, Funk found his well to Timora, got the answers he's been seeking. An avatar of his god told him about the black fingers of the Shaba, as well as their symbols. I'm guessing. Oh yeah, Shaba is the goddess of curses, misfortune, and shit? ?
And Doom. Doom.
End of log.
End of yes.
You forgot Bubblegum. Bubblegum can rescue again.
No, I made sure to put a note in there.
No, Bubblegum's left out on purpose.
Good.
Say what you will, but that dang unicorn has helped us out more.
Well, I think the word help is subjective.
Oh my goodness.
You'd be dead if that unicorn didn't stab you.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe bubblegum makes me feel weak, and I don't like to admit it.
Get over your masculinity, man.
Hey,
Come on.
Chill out.
All right. Yes, and after the ant queen's hive or nest, I don't know the technical term. I'm not an entomologist. You returned to the bearded lady. Where are you off to now?
Now we were on our way to Honorak.
I thought there was still some business you had to conclude in that little
We
settlement
had to go back to town. We
before
gotta
the
give
nest or something.
The Dragonborn his swords back.
Right, those Dragonborn had asked you to retrieve the swords of their fallen comrades who were killed in the damn it, the Ant Queen's hive. Yes, which I believe Funk recovered 4 swords, as I recall.
Yes, I am carrying a hammer, a big old hammer, a big old axe, and 4 swords on me.
Still a long way to go to catch up to the paladin in my Saturday game, who has
Slowly catching up to you.
almost a literal arsenal. But yes. All right. So y'all would like to go back to that little town then?
Yeah.
Okay. Let us see here. If I can find the map. And over the course of the travels and whatnot, you can get a long rest, so you can restore your HP and anything else that you need to.
Oh, yes, that'll be beneficial. Sweet.
Yes, the bearded lady touches down in the sands outside of the settlement, which actually has no name. Or I've forgotten the name, or I've forgotten the name, or it has no name. I haven't decided yet.
I know the perfect name for this town. Enigma.
Enigma. It's perfect.
Because what's a town like this doing out in the middle of the desert?
That is true. It is a mystery, a mystery to be solved.
It's best. No, leave it alone.
All right, I walk into this tavern where the Dragonborn were. I turn to them and say, "My friends, I have returned something that you have lost." As I pull out their weapons and place them on their table.
Excellent. Yes, the The Dragonborn will. I don't think they can smile exactly, but actually, wonder what a Dragonborn does to show that they're happy. Like they don't. Do they
Well,
wag?
they
Do they
probably-
wag their tail like a dog or
Wait.
something? Or-
They probably
Dragonborn to be happy.
They probably show all their teeth. They probably just
show all their teeth.
open their lips as wide as they can go while keeping their teeth together.
The blessings of Tamora upon you. We can lay these weapons to rest and honor our fallen comrades. I do
Yes.
hope you were not unduly injured by this task.
It's nothing to handle. But good news, I have actually found the well of Tamora.
Wonderful. Then hopefully we will be able to at last complete our pilgrimage and pray to the goddess for guidance.
Yes, pilgrimage, you say. So, do you belong to an order yourselves?
We sought the blessings of Tamora. The future of our people is in jeopardy, and the rule of our leader is failing. We had hoped that the blessings of the goddess of fortune, if we dedicated our lives in her service, would show us the way forward.
Well, just remember, Tamora smiles greatly upon those who come to her with compassion.
Yes. Yes, we will remember that. And thank you again.
No problem. Tell me, what ails your people?
We have a settlement far south of here, a small kingdom, you might say. We're not from these lands originally.
Yes, I've only heard of Dragonborn. I guess you are the first I've ever seen. So.
There are very few of us in this world, and fewer with each passing day.
See, hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to fix that. You know, something I am reminded now. I've always wondered this. Maybe you can help me. A while back, we met a lich, and he told us that he sees different things in us. But he told me specifically that he sees the will of the Dragonborn. So maybe it was Moore's guidance that brought our paths together.
The workings of Tamora are mysterious, and she is a rather enigmatic goddess.
Indeed,
It is impossible to say, but fate certainly has brought us together.
Indeed. But more specifically, perhaps you would know, what is the will of the Dragonborn?
Our people, we are conquerors. We wage war and subjugate. At least that was our history before we came to these lands. Now it seems those ways are failing us, and we seek a new path. It is our will to secure a future for our people in this world, not to dominate it.
Yes. War can only bring one thing, and that is nothing but heartache. Trust me, my friend. I've been in many battles myself, and there are ways outside of it. There is a way to start life.
If you wanted to
New
prosper, you could just build a giant wall around you so that you don't have to worry about people ever getting to you. Big old wall.
We have that we have that where I'm from. It works pretty well. It really does. And then we will dart back around the corner and then bonus action stealth.
From what?
From what? You just fought a friggin' giant ant hive.
Yeah, but it's not here.
Like 2 sessions ago, you fought a lich. Who hasn't gotten over that?
Oh.
We do get into a lot of trouble, but there are ways outside of dominating. I feel for your people to truly prosper, must find peace with the outside world, but mostly with yourselves.
We live ever in hope that we may find such ways, though not all of our people agree. And now, with our comrades passing, there are even fewer of us who seek those ways.
Sorry to hear that. But hopefully tomorrow will bless you and show you the path. Then hopefully she will guide you to teach your people. But perhaps, maybe one day soon, I would like to come down. I would like to visit your little kingdom.
Certainly, we will not forget your efforts on our behalf, though, should you ever visit our lands, do not expect warm welcome. Visitors are seen as potential conquerors and enemies far before they are considered friends.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, best of luck on y'all's pilgrimage, and hopefully you can share the knowledge, share the knowledge with kinsmen.
Yes, we will remember you.
Hopefully our paths meet with luck, and tomorrow's each other.
I'm sure we will meet again.
I am going to mark that place, mark their village on the map.
Yes, and
Or
they
write it down.
They will show you where they live on the map, which I would tell you precisely where that is, except that I don't remember myself.
Well, that's
but
probably
yes,
for later.
we can just make a note of that until I remember exactly where the dragon born stronghold is in Toril.
Ooh, before I actually leave them, I asked them, like, if I do visit your land and y'all are not there, is there a token or something that I can present to your people to show that we are not conquerors but friends?
Any token we could provide you would mark you as enemies.
I understand.
We are not conventional, I suppose you could say, in your tongue.
Ah. Yes. Well, people who want change are often seen as enemies.
The Lady of Luck is ever changing.
As she is. Again, may tomorrow smile upon you and till our paths meet again, my friend.
And the same to you. And I imagine while all this is going on, Thoros and the barmaid are like coyly flirting, and she's blushing and so on. And
Oh, the three top buttons are already undone.
Your three top buttons, you're showing off all your burly chest hair. You're doing your Burt Reynolds thing here.
Yes.
Oh my!
But yet again, I will leave the lady in waiting. I'll rejoin the group.
Very sad and very sad about their people indeed. War only brings death.
Absolutely. Well, we're on borrowed time. We need to find that Chardalyn before. What was the time frame? Like
Yesterday?
As I recall, Mildred Hardbargain told you that you had about a month to return with it, and my goodness, it has been like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
We better boot, scoot, and boogie.
All right. Wu has stopped off and purchased a few more arrows for himself.
Yes.
So
Yell out, load them up, move them out.
I'm going to mark that down because he certainly goes through a lot of arrows.
Yeah. Most of them end up in a wall or something.
Yeah, most of them just utterly shatter from the impact and are impossible to recover.
Oh, I see. So we can't make fun of Bubbles, but Wu's open target.
Oh my goodness. Like, that's what happens when you have the sharpshooter feat. All
I
right.
miss a lot, but when you hit,
When you hit, you hit.
I mean, I look over to Garen's like, well, don't make me bring up the slippery weapon.
The moist mace.
Yes, the moist mace.
I have no recollection of that. And then I go to the airship.
Hmm. I follow and get on, kind of snickering.
Right. Yeah, so you return to the airship. Where is it you intend to go?
letting
Our
Garen-
destination.
yeah, having Garen help me be my guide, we'll set back sail to the the plane of Standing Stone. Was that it?
Yeah, let's
Plane of
see.
Standing Stone.
Let's see here. As I recall, you had purchased an atlas, so you could see
Sir.
where you were. So I've already done the math on the spreadsheet for the tracking up to this point. So you're right here near the Well of Tomorrow. And the Plane of Standing Stones is over here. Now the question is, where in the Plane of Standing Stones would you like to look for this Chardalyn?
See, I think if we sat down maybe right here in between these two ranges, or maybe even in here, maybe went by foot, might be better. I don't know if going by air throughout the entire area is going to really quicken anything.
Would Garen, just from a topographical view, be able to see what would be the best place to start mining for something?
You might have an idea from visually, and certainly if mining had ever occurred in the past, there would be scars in the land, things like that.
Yep.
If only you had a book which talked about ancient Delzuin land surveys.
All I have is a magical book that disintegrates whenever it's close to, what is it, cobalt?
Kobolds, I think. Well, no, I think it turns into.
History.
Yeah, it's a book that turns into another book, but then immediately dissolves.
Yes, it crumbles. Oh my goodness.
I got a book of Introduction to Dwarvish, which have been.
Actually, I want to say that Malik has a book on Delzuin survey sites that I think was found before you fought Sister Wife for the second time.
Sister wife.
The blood vampire queen.
Yes, because in this world, vampires are incestuous.
Well, no, they're actually a part of a pair of identical quadruplets, brother and sister, that all happen to become vampires and all happen to marry their respective sibling. So there's still two more sets of sister, wife, and husband, brother out there somewhere in the world. At least.
We have a new calling.
We have a new calling to exterminate them.
I don't see a book listed. We have the library, general history stuff. I have the evil book that I'm reading. Cookbooks.
I wonder if the book just wasn't written down.
It might not have been written down.
Yeah, it might not have been written down. But yeah, at some point, before or after the fight with Sister Wife and Husband Brother 2.0, a book was discovered of ancient Delzuin survey sites or land surveys or something to that effect.
Okay, I'll whip it out and take a look at it then.
Yes. Yeah, so then let's see here what we got. You may roll a history check then with advantage. And if you're also consulting your general knowledge library, I believe that's a +2 circumstantial bonus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
28. 32.
32. Okay. Well, that's why advantage is such a good thing to have. Yes, there are a number of sites talked about in the book which reference Chardalyn mining, but there is a single and incredibly rich vein that the Delzuin had surveyed with the aid of the Netherese, and that is right around here, just past a mountain range near a large chasm in the earth. The notes say that the area was especially rich in Chardalyn, but also unstable magically and seismically.
Well, we could do a flyby alongside that chasm. We can set down right next to that.
Agreed.
If we have enough fuel.
That is a good question. So let's see. The Bearded Lady doesn't have enough altitude to go directly over the mountain range, but it can get through this pass. And then it can go here, so that's 287 miles. Let's ballpark that. So let's take a look. 287. You do have just enough fuel to get you there at standard speed.
Okay.
If you would like to do that.
Engage.
How long would it take us to get there on stage?
3 days exactly.
Okay.
We've got it this close before. We just need hopefully we find more fuel. So a lot of fuel, so we can like hightail it like full speed back.
All right. You now have 633 fuel points left, which is.
We still have a bunch of magic items we still haven't thrown in the furnace yet, so.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is
Or at least
true.
I'm sitting on a few.
Yeah. Last session I think I set all mine to Nick.
Right.
Yeah, we got a bunch of shit. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Yep.
Well,
Yes.
let's not waste any more time.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Excellent. All right. Yeah, and then takes a. Why don't you just give me a navigation check, Thoros, for this? You're outs. You're.
Ooh.
Oh, it's good for you have guidance. Like that's the most literal use of guidance in terms of the word. Excellent. Right. So as you pass over the plain of standing stones, the terrain gives away from desert with rolling dunes and sandstorms to kind of dead grass and rolling hills instead. You can see here that the land is fractured and cracked. There are deep chasms scattered about, dry, dead rivers all throughout. There's no obvious sign of living plant or animal life. The entire area seems like a barren wasteland. And yes, as you approach the chasm, you can see there are clear markings below, which show evidence of ancient mining and stone quarrying, as well as a few fires burning just outside of a not quite a cave, not quite a ruin, but some kind of structure dug into the stone that seems to lead down.
Oh. Right.
As we get closer, it's becoming apparent that Garen's getting excited.
Why? Because we see stone ships?
No, not yet. We'll find them.
Guys, I want you to stay here for the moment. Wu and I, we're gonna do a little reconnaissance first. Kind of go around and check the place out. I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Okay, Tamora will watch over you.
Wu, you're with me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna begin stealthing my way up to that where you said the encampment is, and I want to scope that out.
Excellent, yes. So it doesn't... Excellent. 13, and then Wu's stealth. 13? Excellent. And I'm just going to copy all of your tokens here, but yes. So scouting out around the outside of kind of the entrance to this ruin or this cave or something, it's not clear what the purpose of the structure is. You can see there doesn't seem to be any sign of active settlement outside. There's a couple fires burning sort of on the edges of the entrance, and then inside you can hear low ruffled kind of talking and snoring. And can you roll a perception check, Thoros? Let's see if you hear. Yeah, you can hear just the faintest, like an echo of it might be tapping or something. It's hard to make out without going deeper inside. But there's clearly people of some sort inside.
All right. I grip the handle of my sword a little bit as I whisper to Wu, I want you to go up there, get a good look, and come back and tell me what you see.
Okay. Excellent. Then allow me to open up another character sheet so I can make some perception checks. And let us see. Okay, excellent. Wu darts into the shadows, seeming to meld away, and then stealthily he goes inside a bit, and then a bit farther, and a bit farther, and because, as I recall, he has dark vision. If I remember correctly, goblins get dark vision, yes? This isn't one of those weird 5th edition things where a creature that should have dark vision doesn't have it? Yes. Excellent. Then I actually should mark that down on his character sheet. Yes, Wu can see there's a couple people standing guard, and there's iron bars on either side of them. And a little deeper in beyond, at the edges of his vision, he can see lanterns hanging from a ceiling, as well as a few more guards. There seems to be someone there with light swirling around his fingertips, standing at the edge of some kind of chasm or pit or something of that nature. You can see every now and again there's a couple kobolds walking through the passages. There's a goblin or two sort of skirting around, scurrying with buckets of slop and things like that. And let's see what he can see with his perception check, or hear with his perception check. He can hear very distinctly, echoing from somewhere below, the sound of picks and chisels hitting stone, as well as someone barking orders, and the sound of thwips of bows firing arrows, hitting creatures that squeal and then plump to the ground. And,
right.
and he'll report all that.
Okay. All right. Get GTFO. Let's get back to the party here.
Okay. Yes, you can make your way back to the bearded lady undisturbed, as Wu was apparently unnoticed.
As we come up, seems we were beaten here by someone, fellas. From what we can tell, at least what it sounded like, and from what Wu told me. Wu, did you get a race? Who was this person, the one with the lights?
The people, they looked like guards with spears. They were human, and I think the person with the things on his fingers that were swirling, he looked human too. But there were goblins there and kobolds, and they were doing things.
From what it sounded like, there was a chain gang going on towards the bottom, perhaps going down into the cavern.
Pickaxes, definitely.
Either way, we should proceed with caution if we make our way over there.
Caution's good. I like that.
Kobolds, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Little dragon people.
Yes, little dragon people.
Some had wings. It was neat.
Oh. They're kobolds I've never heard of. This is kind of intriguing.
Yes.
But, Garen, this is your expedition. This is where you've been wanting to see. Show me your fantasy stone ships. So I'm going to leave everything up to you. You get to make the final word on this.
Oh boy. Okay. I mean, to me, it sounds like there are people being forced into labor that could really use our help. I do not think I could willingly turn my back to these people and still hold the light of Gorm in my eyes.
All right, well then. I draw one of my swords. I'm with you.
All right, I'll wait. All right, yeah. So I'll go ahead and jump off boat and start making my way down to see if we can't get a little closer.
Okay.
And can't figure out, get some more context clues as to what's happening.
Is your intention to sneak up through the entrance, or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Or, well, I mean, is there any other way other than the entrance?
There does not appear to be any alternative entrance. If you wish to sneak there, then please give me your stealth rolls.
Golly.
Not doing so hot on stealth today.
Once
again, Wu rolls the exact same stealth as Thoros, so I guess he's taking the lead.
Damn.
Malik is sneaky as hell.
I gotta roll stealth at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I think I do too.
Yeah, with your armor, it's
Yep.
disadvantage.
I rolled.
Right.
You know what this-
How the hell are you sneakier than Wu and Thoros?
and I'm wearing full plate.
Hey!
My goodness.
Plate.
Oh boy. Yes.
I whistle when I'm nervous.
Right?
And half the equipment also whistles whenever we're near
Near
practically
something.
anything.
You're smoking and beeping and shooting fog out of your back. Yes, so the guards with their 14 definitely notice your approach. One of them turns and says, "State your business."
I step up. We are on official business for Mirabar. We have come in the name of what the name?
Mildred,
Millicent?
Mildred, I think.
Milladrid.
Hard bargain. Emily's not here in the chat to correct me. Mildred has a daughter named Millicent, and I always mix their names
No.
up.
125 pounds of Chardalyn is wanted by Millicent. Metro Hall.
Okay, Millicent. Okay, then her daughter must be Mildred. All right.
Yep. So, wait. So her name. So her mother's name, or
her mother.
dude or a chick?
They're
give
both.
it a dude's
They're
voice.
women. Well,
Okay.
in my games, like female dwarves, like have beards and they talk like men. So they're very But
So
yes.
the mother is Millicent.
Millicent, and the daughter is Mildred.
Milladrid. Okay, I did I get easy. All right, so back to it. Yes, we're on official business from Mirabar. Millicent has sent us down to these mines to try and locate some Chardalyn for her. This is very important diplomatically, as it could help restore order between Mirabar and the Mithril Hall.
And the guard just looks at you and kind of blinks. Overseer's office is in the back. You need his permission to enter the mine. Make certain to have your permit ready for presentation.
I'll bow, say thank you.
All right. And yes, you can see as you pass, there are like a dozen other guards sitting here behind iron bars. Some are like resting in piles of hay, and others are drinking out of rusty little tin cups.
So these are not slaves; these are soldiers.
That's what they look like. They're not wearing chains or manacles, but they are behind iron bars being guarded by these 2 gate guards. Yes, as you come closer, you see that there's a larger chamber. This is clearly Delzuin stonework, but in a very un-Delzuin fashion, there are iron bars in a very large ring around this central chamber. And let me see through your character's eyes. At the edge of your vision, you can see a massive, perfectly carved, circular stone pit. You can't see from this angle how far down it goes, but you can also see that there's a human in red robes with magic coursing at his fingertips, standing looking over the pit. And I believe also from your vantage point, you can see lanterns hanging from the ceiling of the chamber, illuminating dozens of guards and soldiers. Some have crossbows, others have double daggers. There looks like there might be an odd dwarf or 2 scattered about with big great axes in their hands. You can you can see kobolds and goblins scurrying around from different passages and chambers. As you sort of walk around the circle, you can see a kobold with wings flying down into the pit, and another kobold with wings flying up with a bucket in his hand, like struggling, trying to not fall out of the air.
How'd they find so many dragon rot?
Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, not that Garen knows what that is, but anyways,
your other character, who is a winged kobold in your other campaign, knows who that is. But yes,
those are supposed to be rare, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll step up and I'll kind of get his attention casually.
Let's see. Yeah, the wizard or sorcerer or whoever it is with the magic, he does not even pay attention to you, and some guy with the bow kind of turns and says, "Don't disturb Magister Istanu. Your business here. What is it?"
We were told to talk to
the overseer's in the back.
Thank you, kind sir.
Then he turns back to face the pit with his bow, like ready, not fully pulled back, but like ready to fire a shot if he needs to.
Wow. All right, I'll take this one wide. Just make sure I don't piss these people off.
All right.
Gosh. Why are you letting Garen do this?
Because now I'm curious. I want to see what happens.
We all gotta grow up sometime.
We're going to be up to our necks, soldiers.
No, just watch what you say.
Well, I mean, out of character, yeah, but I understand, but
yeah, you can see as you're walking around the circle, these thick, heavy iron bars completely encircle this pit, and there's only 2 small openings on the left and the right, which both have guards posted at them.
How high do these bars go?
The ceiling in here is like 10 feet high for the side passages, and then the central chamber is like a dome, and so these bars go straight up through the dome for some.
It is basically a cell, a giant cell.
Yeah, this in construction, like this almost looks like a Delzuin prison, but Garen, of course, would know that like dwarves in Delzuin don't really use iron bars for their prisons. They use massive ass stone walls and doors that are just perfectly cut.
Right.
So this is very strange. It's Delzuin and not Delzuin. It's like the Uncanny Valley where you see a 3D rendering of a human that looks kind of real but kind of off. It's very strange. And then you can see here there's another, what look like 2 prison cells flanked on either side. There's some dude with a big bucket of water and a cup that he's taking a drink out of, and there's a kobold there who's like cleaning his nails. Some guy with a big hammer who's practicing like hefting it, and another couple guards posted.
I'll step up and I'll be like, good morning or evening, depending on whatever time of day it is, fellas. You're here to look for permission. Fine.
Overseer Gilia, in back.
Thank you. And he bows and steps forward.
Yes, you see another room. The ceilings in here are a little bit higher. They're like some 11, 12 feet high. There's lanterns hanging from chains. Some of the chains that look like they once held lanterns have rusted all the way off and they're missing, so the lighting in here isn't perfect. You can see a couple people with near piles of boxes and barrels and crates. There are racks of mining picks, people taking inventory, writing down notes, and you can see a man in finely sewn silk robes that are blue with silver embroidery on it. He has a ledger and a feather quill pen that he's writing in as he looks over each mining pick.
I will make the assumption that he is the overseer, and I will approach.
Yes, and he will hold up a single finger, not looking at you, and then continue writing, and then he will snap his book closed. Welcome to Zhentarim Mining Outpost, PSS 23. How can I help you? I am Overseer Gilia.
Good day, overseer. And then I'm going to go through the whole spiel again about we're a group hired by Millicent and Mirabar, find the Chardalyn, repair the friggin' relationship between Mithril Hall and Mirabar, blah, 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 this, that, and the other.
Lovely story. Permit.
Yeah, surely I have, Thunk, do you have our permit?
I gave a blank stare as I leaned down to him, like, what?
No permit, no entry into mine. It is simple.
But this is important. This is resting on being able to patch the relationship between Mirabar and Mithril Hall.
Mirabar. Millicent, hard bargain? I have no record of permit for this person.
What does it take to get a what does it take to get a permit?
Zentil Keep Mining Permit Office. Floor 6, Room 22, Suite A.
Oh my gosh.
Where is this keep?
Several hundred miles east. You have no permit. You want Chardalyn, yes? You need permit.
Yeah. There's got to be a way that we can work something out here. Everybody's got their price. Is there any way that you could just issue us a permit for just a few hours for a pretty good fee?
Chardalyn is Class 4 restricted substance under Zhentarim Charter 804DR. Must have permit to trade in Chardalyn. Why do you need Chardalyn?
And then Garen will repeat everything he said like a third time.
Right. Listen here, friend. Like we said, we are here on a mission for hopefully a diplomatic solution between Mirabar and Mithril Hall, and we could really use your help here. And I know that you are a good person, and I know that you could really, really work with us. So I will cast Charm Person on him.
All right. Let us take a look here. All right. Let's get this here. And what is your... your spell saves DC does not...
No, it doesn't.
Magic does not work on me. Only permit.
I just stand there, mouth agape.
I cast permit.
You do not get to be Zhentarim Mining Outpost Overseer without being resistant to mind control magic. Why do you need Chardalyn? Class 4 restricted.
Broken.
This is the hardest boss in the game. Bureaucracy.
Yeah, right?
Damn you. We have killed 2 dragons, vampires, liches, giant ants. But
Cannot slay the bureaucracy.
I lean down to Thor's like, I'm starting to sound like a broken record.
At this point, Garen, having absolutely no like diplomatic sense, just has nothing else to say. Just like, but we need it.
I'm gonna scope out, kind of glance over these guards real quick.
Yeah. There's a few dwarf guards in this room that are stationed. They seem well armored and well armed.
Right. Well, to at least help us out, write down where we need to go to find this permit. Your rambling is a little confusing to us. I'm sorry. I'm a little slow, a little dim-witted. Definitely nothing near your intellectual heights. So if you could, please.
Zhentarim Keep, 6th floor, Office 22, Suite A. If you do not have permit, you need permission from Overseer rank or higher Zhentarim Associate.
Where's your overseer here?
I am Overseer in this area. Halia Thornton, Overseer in southwestern area.
Wait, what was that name again?
Halia Thornton.
Halia?
Guys, sir, I'm sorry for all the confusion and trouble. The reason we don't have a permit is because Halia sent us on an urgent mission to get this stuff. She really needs this stuff, and we were in quite a hurry to get here as fast as possible. I'm sorry for the confusion. I kind of forgot with all the travel and stuff. We've been on the road for many weeks now. She says it's urgent though. We need to get some of this stuff for her.
And he will
we know Halia.
He will open his ledger and look. How much Chardalyn have you been asked to retrieve?
125 pounds.
And he will look at you and blink, and then he will look at the book. Halia has trading authorization for 3 ounces quality Chardalyn. 125 pounds Chardalyn. No associate has permit for quantity. Why does she need 125 pounds Chardalyn?
It's all right. It's a bit of a long story, but there was some stuff that happened, and I don't want to scare anyone, but the fate of the world is sort of at stake, and that's why it was so urgent. And we just sort of left when she told us and didn't get a permit and stuff. And she said she would try and take care of it, but I guess we got here sooner than I don't know. But like, dude, the fate of the world is at stake.
Yes.
We really need this stuff.
Yes.
She said she would have come in person, but she was too busy with shoring up the defenses over in Chardalyn.
Yes. Zhentarim know about apocalypse, know for a long time. That is irrelevant. Contract extend beyond death. Who cares?
This fucking guy.
I kind of like this guy. I want him to join us. What are you doing? What do you get paid? Want to join a ship?
I kind of leaned out to him, but honestly, do you want to cross Halia?
125 pound Chardalyn. Pearl-sized piece Chardalyn store powerful spell. Feast-sized piece Chardalyn store dozens of souls. 125 pound Chardalyn piece store Hundreds souls, magic, unbelievable power. This is dangerous material. Class 4, restricted substance.
How else
I
do you
understand
expect to
it's class
stop
4.
the apocalypse, sir?
I understand it's class 4 restricted, but Halia sent us.
You know,
You probably met.
you
You've
know,
met Halia. You've met Halia. You honestly want to question why she needs it? Do you want to cross her? You know what she's capable of, right?
you know word.
You
Word.
You know what?
Phylactery, yes. 125-pound Chardalyn quality. Class 4 restricted. Phylactery for all of Thay.
I understand. All right, you know what, guys? We're just gonna go back to Halia and tell her that we couldn't get the stuff because this gentleman here would not work with us. I'm just gonna start walking.
But class 4 restricted.
You know what? You can tell. You know what?
It's
You can
urgent.
tell how. I kind of tell him. I kind of as I walk out. You can tell Halia that when she comes here herself.
And then sinks your soul into one of that 125 pounds of Chardalyn.
I can issue temporary provisional permit.
I start making a gesture like I'm wearing her snake ring and pointing it towards him.
Yes. Yes. And then he'll get out a pad from his robes and he'll write some things down on it and rip off a sheet and hand it to Garen. A provisional permit. Please note clause here. We are not indemnified in event of death or injury. No family members making claim. We do not want barristers involved in this matter, because then the devils get summoned in the contract negotiations and reviews. And it's surprisingly not very bloody affair in most cases, but you do not want this.
We understand. Look, doing the right thing here. We're not getting Halia. Halia's going to be happy, and we'll tell her that you gladly and willfully worked with us. No problems.
This will be reported to my direct superior.
We
Whatever
understand.
this is Halia is doing, she has no permit on file for this.
We understand. She knows what she's doing. I'm sure she's already probably talking to the director himself. But again, it's Halia's business, not ours. We're just the messenger boys.
Snake ring.
That's the symbol
Yeah.
for Halia now. Oh. All right, yes, and then he will wave you off and furiously begin scribbling in his book.
All right. Let's go dig, boys.
I was hoping to use my deception skill that I'm so good at.
Yeah. Halia's name is a powerful one.
Yeah, I can't believe that actually worked. That's the best way to beat bureaucrats is with fear.
All right. Speaking of bureaucracy, Garen, let's go over that little permit. Make sure we're not signing away our pinkies or anything.
All right. I will give the permit to Rose.
Yes, it has a number of. It's like the pad that he tore it from is like standard, like boilerplate. You know, your first kin does not have any claim for liability against the Zhentarim for any injury or loss of life or loss of soul sustained in such and such Zhentarim site, and then it says PSS dash, and then he wrote in 23 for the mining site. It doesn't say that you surrender your soul to the Zhentarim or anything of that nature. But it seems to be, as far as you can tell, a standard like legal contract that allows you entry into the mine and prevents the Zhentarim from being held responsible for any of your actions in said mine.
The last thing you want to do is sign away yourself to the Black Network, man.
Yes.
They're bad news. So how do we get in? Jump in there? Like,
Well, I assume we go up to this guard that Thunk's standing right in front of and
Ah,
Sure, he'll tell us how we can get down safely.
all right. I straighten myself up, puff out my chest like I know what I'm doing. I just put the permit in front of his face. Where do we go?
He then points to the mage and then steps aside.
Ha! Hey, come along, boys.
I don't like
Without
how.
trying to disturb him, I just kind of like again gently put it in front of his face.
Yeah, then he nods, and with a finger he points at the big hole,
Do we just jump?
and he nods.
Smile at Garen, and I jump.
All right. Yes, as you jump, you can feel your fall begin to slow as you coast down this deep chasm, which seems to be some 300 or 400 feet deep.
I'm still falling.
Ready to go, Woo?
I jump because I have feather fall, so even if it wasn't a magic wall, I could save everyone.
And
Ready to go, Woo?
and Wu is a monk, so he's like,
I kind of turn to face him and just fall back into the hole, arms spread wide open. Ah,
how wide is this hole? 30 feet.
I can't believe I'm still falling.
Oh man, I wish Wu was high enough level that he could do that walk on walls thing and just like run around spiraling along the walls instead of jumping.
Then
Yes, but then
dancing on the ceiling.
Wu leaps into the hole. all the way down.
I make myself as arrow.
Reluctantly lets go after like slowly letting himself down.
I kind of turn as we're falling. I kind of lean down head first and turn myself into a missile
Yes,
with my arm straight out.
your speed of descent remains constant.
This is
It
It's
can
not
stay
fun as
constant
that
as
would
long
be.
as it's not, freaking terminal.
Yes, and eventually the smoothly carved stone, almost like a well, gives way to more natural formations, kind of shrinking down to this natural little bowl at the bottom of the pit. And you can see now in the darkness, as you lightly touch down onto the ground, there is a magical circle inscribed at the bottom of the pit, as well as you can see what looks like a minecart track.
Hey, where does this track go?
Where does it go, Garen, mining expert?
Let's see.
Man, I set you up for a Ghostbusters joke, and you just fucking stuttered.
Oh wow.
Tisk. If Halia catches wind of this,
Alec is in trouble.
he is.
I don't. We have that piece of paper. Who signed that piece of paper?
Nobody.
No, nobody signed it. You don't need to.
Yeah, but
There's.
we're
They
very
just have descriptions, which means Thunk will give us away because he's a blue orc. So blame Thunk.
well. No, I was green when we left Halia's. I think.
I forgot to ask. Does any one of you are fluent in Infernal? Just because all Zhentarim contracts are written in Infernal, but
Oh.
I don't. I forgot to ask if anyone was fluent in it or not. Otherwise, you don't technically know what it says. But yes.
No, I think I was green when we left Phandalin. Was I?
Yeah,
I get turned blue?
I can't remember when you got turned blue. But yes, in any case.
What can I discern from the mines?
So I can't quite recall this. Is stone cunning applicable for this? I don't remember the exact language of stone cunning.
Here, stone cunning is not listed in my I did not make a.
I thought that you had added that to your proficiencies, like the new Roll20 proficiency section or
Yeah.
something somewhere. I still haven't updated Wu's sheet to use the new stuff. I really need to, but I don't remember
No,
the exact words for stone cutting.
If this stuff that we're going after is magical, take a few extra pounds for fuel.
I don't think it's magical. It just is able to store.
Yeah, it stores really, 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 really well.
Very well.
So Malik can pump some of his magic into it, and boom, fuel.
You
Kind of.
You can always try and see what happens. Okay, so yes, so I don't think stone cutting would be applicable here per the exact language. However, yes, the origin of stonework. Yeah, well,
Mining is considered stonework.
I suppose it is considered stonework. I think that the literal definition, however, is like cut stone that has been made into bricks and walls and things, but that's fine. So you can use stone cutting to do a history check on what you see so far.
Okay. Oh,
I guess with
You get to
the
double your
proficiency bonus.
It'll be 12.
12 and 3, so 15.
Yes. So it's quite clear that these mine tracks are a much more modern addition to this tunnel, although it seems that like based on the flecks of iron and things that are swirled throughout the stone, this section of the mine has been cut a long time ago and has probably been sitting unused for a while. So the mine tracks are probably a new addition. You can see that there's traces of like gold in the stone. There's traces of platinum and little sparkles that might be small nodules of gemstones. But normally those would actually have been mined out. In this case, it seems like they just cut straight through it, ignoring it entirely, like it's worthless.
Okay. I will relay that information to the party.
And now that you're down here, you can hear a number of sounds like pickaxes and chisels and stones being crushed and so on, and the sound of mine carts rolling on tracks. You can see that there's this like little a 7-foot high ledge. There's a couple goblins with bows on it, and they're posted looking around the room.
I just hold up the permit like it's a badge.
Yeah, they just ignore you.
Oh man,
Why don't you just wear it?
Somehow aggro everything. You're not making it back alive. There's just far too many things.
All right, here we go. We're splitting off everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, there's a number of passages and twists and turns, and you can see like the flickering of lamps in different passages and things and tunnels.
At least we know what it looks like because of our one-off dream.
Yes.
I really don't want to split up down here.
No, I do not either. Let's not do that.
But we need to make this quick before either we're found out or something happens. So, Garen, you really got to buckle down and point us in the right direction there, buddy.
Okay, all right. I will look at the walls, see if I can see a pattern in the ore deposits to try to discern what might be the logical direction to take to try to find more uncommon minerals.
Okay. Now, if this were Burning Wheel, there would totally be a skill just specifically for that thing.
I know.
That one thing. But let's see here what we got. I would almost say that this is more of like a wisdom skill as opposed to intelligence, right? Because it's almost like an intuition.
At the same
Honestly,
time,
no.
I'm going to pull out my point of Tamora. I'm not going to flip user or anything. I'm just going to hold it in my hand and say a little prayer, asking Tamora for guidance, maybe a feeling which way to go.
Let's make this an insight check. I know insight per the DMG is like specific for seeing people's motivations and intentions, but I think wisdom is the better stat that fits with this, as opposed to just raw intelligence.
Okay, we go.
Aha! Tamora smiled upon you.
Yes, Timora clearly smiled upon Garen here. At 20.
I was praying to her.
Yes. Yeah, you would posit, based on the patterns you're observing, that the passage over this way is perhaps one of the oldest cut sections of the mine, and has probably been mined out. Like, it doesn't logically make sense that that there would be more ore in this direction, or natural deposits in this direction that haven't already been taken. Therefore, following the other veins of minerals, you could probably make a good guess that somewhere further south, a passage further south would make a lot more sense. Trying to find one of the passages that is perhaps newer, as opposed to one of the older cut passages.
Okay, so Garen will walk up to the wall. He'll run his fingers over some of the deposits, kind of testing his finger, maybe taste it. You're like, it's this way, guys.
Yes, and as you walk, you can see there's a number of humans wearing tattered rags and things, and there's several dwarves that are pounding rocks with big hammers, trying to break them apart. There's a bunch of goblin guards stationed all over the place. Every now and again, you'll see a kobold flitting by carrying a bucket.
You know, I just realized that we don't have any tools. Garen, you're in charge of making this happen as well.
Right.
We can fabricate.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, that's gone.
What do I have?
If only you had fabricate.
I mean, I think I get fabricate.
At like 9th level or something?
Yeah, like a
bit.
long time from now.
Right.
Did we get rid of that magic item that grants fabricate?
I think
Okay.
that's in the fuel pile.
While we're going through the cave,
Dang.
I would like to keep an eye out for like a random pick just kind of laid up against the wall from having previously been used.
Roll an invest. Let's make an investigation.
Right.
Great. Pray, bitch. There you go.
Pray, bitch.
Oh, I forgot to pray that time. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, so you can see that a section of the wall here, it looks like there was a side passage, it collapsed, and there's like half of a skeleton, there's a pick in his hand, just sort of splayed out on the ground there. The pick seems to be undamaged, though.
Okay. I'll just walk over, grab it, and heft it over my shoulder.
All right.
I'll keep my eye out for another one, hopefully at some point.
As you pass by the goblin guard, they start saying something in goblin that you don't understand, and they're like talking a mile a minute.
Woo, what are they saying?
They're saying something about Zhentarim not being held responsible for any cave-ins, loss of limb, loss of life beyond this point, unsurveyed mine, something like that. They're using a very strange dialect.
Hey, good.
Probably like the difference between American and English.
So the further we're going, is it looking like more newly excavated, like rock?
Yeah, the area you're going seems to be more newly excavated. You can also now hear the sounds of water, like a huge waterfall falling in a stream of a big river, kind of towards the north. And the sounds of water is very loud in this cavern. So the sound of the picks and the hammers from the earlier section of the mine has been drowned out by this. The air is much more wet down here, and everyone roll initiative.
Well,
Because there's a purple thing.
Maybe this giant squid thing isn't aggressive.
It's probably there to tell you again. The company's not responsible for anything.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, I have to roll for
Watch.
blue.
This thing has careful. This thing might have the legendary ability bureaucracy.
And yes, Thoros, as you're walking through, you're the first to notice that this large purple fungus, kind of in this little alcove, begins stretching out a tendril to wrap around Thunk's neck. So you're the first to react.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the. Ooh, can you use the defensive action for somebody else?
Uh,
Like if I wanted to help. Thunk.
There's a thing called the help action.
yeah,
Yeah, but I
the help will just give him advantage. It won't
Yeah.
actually give the enemy disadvantage on an attack.
Okay. Well, then what I'm going to do is then I'm going to attack that tendril that's making its way towards Thunk. As it reaches out, I just quickly slide in, pulling out my rapier and slashing at it.
Great. Let's see what we got here.
Little life stealer.
Just got a picture of you doing a baseball slide while holding your rapier and just flailing it around over your head.
Kind of.
And yeah, that hits.
All right. For 14 plus 20 points.
Excellent. Yeah, you slice and stab this tendril, and it just kind of ripples throughout the fungus, and then it collapses into a puddle of goo.
All right. And with that, I'm going to. Oh shit. Actually, that'll be. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's gone.
technically, yeah, it actually died.
Oh.
Yeah, so technically you're out of initiative for the moment.
Oh, good. I meant to do that.
Well
Well played,
look-
boys.
I look back at what just happened. I'm like, what?
Mhm.
See, I'm like, I look at Thoros. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Roll 20 has stopped working.
Roll 20
It's
is
just goodness.
so reliable.
I gotta say, within the last maybe 5 months, maybe more, it's been working so much better for me. I used to
Really?
crash constantly.
Yeah, I still have a lot of problems with it.
Okay.
I think I
Can
fixed
I
it.
discern which areas look newer than others?
Let's see. So, a lot of this cavern seems to be relatively freshly carved out by the water, and by relatively freshly, I mean within the last 1,000 years. You can see there's certainly these minecart tracks still running along here, so you would posit these as a more, starting to be a more modern section.
Okay. This way, guys.
And you can actually now see there's a lantern hanging from a cave over towards the north, and there's a couple people there hammering and chiseling.
I'll actually walk up to miners. I'll say, hello, fellow miners. Might you be able to point me in the direction of the newest vein that has been uncovered?
And the dwarf will turn to you and say, "This is our site. Get your own."
Thank you for your time, kind sir.
And
I walk up behind Garen, putting a hand up. Hold on, Garen. I walk up behind you, putting a hand on your shoulder. Look at the other door. So he asked you nicely. We're not interested in your claim.
Yes, and then the human will turn around and say, don't mind Grom here. He's very cranky.
I can see.
What was it you were asking there?
We're
You-
trying to.
Oh, you go ahead, Garen.
So we're looking for the newest vein that has been unexcavated in the excavated in the mines.
Yes, we're looking for that too. Everyone is. This mine's dried up a long time ago, only finding little pebbles. Past the crystal cave there might be something, but no one goes there anymore.
The Crystal Cave. I have not yet heard of this. Where is it?
It's just down past where the minecart track ends. Whole gang of men, a couple hundred of them, were excavating that area. They just disappeared one day.
Oh, that's disconcerting. Well, anyways, I'll leave you to your devices. Fellas, thank you for your time.
And
I nod at them.
yeah, the dwarf will just give you a rude gesture and go back to hammering.
I will relate to the party that there is untapped resources in a crystal cave where the tracks end. So as long as we follow the tracks, we
Hold
should
on,
find-
Garen. There's more you're not telling people. They also say people try to go through there but disappeared.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh,
we've
man,
got.
look at that tile change.
I didn't open up Photoshop for this one, so
that's
like-
tile change.
right? There's just a
That was
line.
out of character.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, the color of the stone gradually changes past
Are you
the
sure? Gradually, you say?
yes, gradually changes past the minecart tracks.
You use that word, but I don't think you know what it means.
Yeah, and you see
Passing through a portal.
you see a large cavern, and it is just dotted with large amethyst crystal formations, like hugely large crystals.
So this is just amethyst natural state.
It doesn't look anything natural, but it is amethyst.
I will inform the party though that apparently a team of about 10 people had disappeared from here.
I believe
not too long ago.
I believe the dude said 100.
100?
Yes.
Jeez. All right.
Yes, and running straight through this cavern is a gigantic crevasse that goes down so deep you cannot see the bottom.
Oh.
I pick up a piece of amethyst and just toss it over.
Yeah.
Just watch it.
Yeah, it vanishes into the blackness, and not a single sound can be heard.
Yeah, that's deep. Malik, feather fall down there.
How would he get back up?
Yeah, yo, fuck you. Like, how am I gonna get back up?
How much rope do we have between us?
Yeah. You can see there's another ledge like on the other side of the crevasse.
Oh wait, this is it, guys. We have reached the bottom,
Right. Oh.
or we
How
have
did we
reached the end of the trail.
How do we get across? Ooh.
How far or how wide
Oh.
did you say it was?
Oh wait.
60 feet from edge to edge, but then there's these massive crystals that kind of jut out that are like 30 feet apart, and they look like they might be sturdy enough to support the weight of somebody.
Is there anything around me that looks similar to that dream we had where I created that bridge by shocking things? Or it wasn't the dream, it was real life. It was real life. But
Yeah.
the thing when I created a bridge.
It was real. It was real.
I didn't see
Still real to me, damn it.
I have an idea, though.
No, you do not see anything like that.
I have an idea, though, guys.
I don't like being thrown across things.
Yeah, well, you're the easiest to throw, Woo. I wonder how far, like, out of game, with my strength stat and whatnot, if I really gave a good oomph into it and tossed Woo, I wonder how far I could actually throw him.
If you kill Woo,
Wu weighs 70 pounds without gear, and I don't have the weight of his gear tracked, but oh no, I do. He actually has 84 pounds of gear, and then he weighs 70 pounds.
So 154 pounds.
I
Actually, not that heavy.
I don't know if like there's rules for long jumping and stuff, but I don't think 5e has any rules for throwing things,
Yeah.
which is odd.
Yeah, because
I'm
I
gonna
got
shock this crystal over here. Does it do anything?
I know it reacts in no way.
All right. I can do this. I'm going to run across the crystal, jump.
Oh,
Okay.
better give him guidance.
That's just it.
Yeah.
Pray for me, Garen!
Okay.
I'm gonna start praying too. I'm gonna pray tomorrow, please, please, please,
Yeah.
please, please.
wait, you haven't done it yet.
So let's see here. What is your strength score, Thoros?
7.
7.
This is gonna go great.
Okay.
I do have 10 acrobatics.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let me see here. So. Okay. Let's see what we got. Like per raw. Now I'm not saying we're not necessarily gonna use raw, but per raw, you could jump like to here.
Yeah.
Per raw.
Oh,
All right. And let's see what we got. That's like 25 feet total. So let's see.
should have tied a rope around him first.
That would have come in
Ooh,
handy.
I have an idea.
Yeah,
Let's
me
do
too.
this.
So-
Let's do
When I get here, I want to cast Thunder Wave against the crystal to propel me across.
Ah,
God, are you
bit
serious?
interesting.
Yes,
'Cause-
I am.
So now let me look up Thunderwave because this is interesting. Okay. Thunderwave pushed 10. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So,
And
Alright.
I will cast Featherfall on him just in case he fucks up.
There we go.
So there's no plunging to his death.
all right.
Could this be
Let's.
falling forever and ever, slowly for the rest of his
Well, I
life?
mean,
Up to-
Featherfall's
up-
concentration. It
Up
will
to
then
up to
stop.
600 feet. But yes.
It's not
okay.
concentration, but it lasts for a minute.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
600 feet, as I recall. But yes. Okay. So let's see here.
The crevasse is 602.
Right. It's probably deeper than that, honestly. But anyway.
Well, use Xanathar guide rules. It's like you fall 500 feet a turn if you're just falling for a long time.
Yeah, I want to like the bearded lady. I did the math with Wolfram Alpha, and I gave it its like falling speed based on how fast an actual ship would fall. If it suddenly lost power, I didn't. No reason. I went through that effort for no reason at all. It's not like your ship is ever going to suddenly completely lose power just out of the blue, and you're going to fall anyway. But yes. All right. So Thoros. You do a running leap and you get to like right about here or so, and then you want to cast Thunderwave, right?
Boom!
Okay, so
What's the crystal's DC?
right, so you're going to willingly fail the save because you have to get hit by it, so you take 11 damage from that. All right. And then that pushes you 10 more feet. Malik casts Featherfall on you. Now you still have some momentum, so roll for me acrobatics to grasp onto the big crystal protrusion on the other side.
Kapow!
Wow. Yes, you just barely reach the tip, the broken
Right.
off tip of this crystal, and you're holding on to it, but it's a secure hold, and you just barely missed it, right there.
I just continue to swing, trying to get my leg up.
Can't believe that worked.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
was actually, I'm picturing that whole thing in my head. Like he runs and goes a boom, and then
yes, that was far more cinematic than I can describe.
that was
Uh,
pretty amazing. I pulled up
You're
my.
just gonna blink several times, his mouth agape.
I'm gonna
We
pull
call-
out my 50 feet of rope.
Back in my day, we called that rocket jump.
That's how like you board other ships at sea. Like you do a running jump off the ship, cast thunder wave, and it propels you.
Exactly.
Oh man.
I'm gonna
yeah.
toss one. I'm gonna toss one in over to Thoros.
Wait. But don't throw it yet. I got an idea. First, I have to fix this. 1 sec.
Let's see here. I'm very surprised that works. I half expected a nat 1 on the, the acrobatics check.
Never doubt Captain Thoros.
Right?
Okay. Tie the rope around this rod that I have.
Ooh, is it a movable rod?
It is immovable.
Sweet.
All right.
And then with the rope tied around it, someone who can jump farther than me, jump at about the halfway point, click the rod with the rope attached to it, and then you can use the rope to swing across.
Or you can cast it at the other end, and
Don't
we
you
use
have-
the rope, and we just kind of swing across and then climb up it.
Hold on, Malik. Don't you have Mage Hand?
I do have Mage Hand. Oh, I can just float it out there, huh? Well-
Thoros, is there anything on the other side that can help us?
Hold on.
This
hold
is
on,
more exciting. I'm running and jumping.
Hold on. Let me just. Okay.
Okay. So let's see here. You're running and jumping.
Yes.
Then at the
rod
end,
and the rope attached to it.
and then at the end of your jump, you're going to click the button to secure the rod.
Yep. I'm gonna hold on for dear life.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check for me.
Acrobatics.
Yes.
Why is it +4?
Yeah, that's better than I thought it would be.
I think it should be 2.
You
I
must
don't know,
be.
maybe one of your crazy ass magic items.
It's not clicked. It's just straight up giving. Did one of my things give me that, and I just.
You must have gotten something that gives you +2 to acrobatics, like a weird magic item. I bet.
I have a +2 in it, and I don't know why.
I'm sure it must have come from a magic item.
Oh yes, it does. It does. I found it. It's from one of. Okay, cool. I was just confused because I'm like, it should be lower.
Well, maybe this will work. Hey.
Damn.
Yes. You are able right at the end of your jump to click that button, and you hold on and you swing. Oh, now you have an immovable rod halfway in the gap, the rope hanging from it.
Yep. And I'm now going to scurry down the rope a little bit, and then just start swinging until I get enough momentum to get it high enough to get up.
And you manage to land over here at the tip of the broken off crystal.
Now, if you don't want to jump, I can mage hand the end of the rope over to someone so that you can just swing straight up like a normal pansy.
I'm a normal pansy. I've got a movement speed of 25. I can't jump very far.
What's your acrobatics mod?
1.
Okay.
Okay, then I will mage hand the end of the rope over to
Oh,
them
no.
so that they can grab onto it and then just
Oh, no.
swing all the way across.
Oh, this isn't good.
All right.
You won't fall to your death probably
I
unless
want
that
my
pit
do.
goes really far.
Make an acrobatics check.
Oh! Alright, so we got 2 23s. Here we go. I'm gonna have to. Okay, alright, hold on.
10. Okay. Let me think here. Let me think here. So let's see. Let's see what we got. No. This is bad. All right. Let's.
I love that with guidance, I only got 1 higher than Woo, who
And he fumbled.
failed.
Who crit failed. Woo has a +8 to acrobatics. Is this the end of Woo? All right. So here's what happens, Garen. You leap off with a rope, but you're unfamiliar with like this Tarzan vine swinging mechanic, and you can see that the rope slips from your fingers, and you're about to fall to your doom. When Wu leaps off of the edge and deftly wraps the rope around your wrist, and he tumbles into the blackness.
What? No!
I cast Featherfall on him.
No! I reached down towards the hole. No! Woo!
I cast Featherfall on him when I saw him jumping. It's a reaction to cast.
He continues falling.
For all my goddamn things.
He continues falling into the blackness until you can't hear him anymore.
I start praying for tomorrow.
But he saved your life, Garen, and you are now hanging by the rope with it tied around your wrist.
I'm gonna like start freaking out the way Frodo did whenever Gandalf fell to the Balrog.
Faye saying, "How much to save Woo?"
Wu's final words are, "Fly, you fools! Why don't we have a higher level wizard in the party who has fly?"
I could have had fly, but I instead went with fucking haste.
Oh no. Yeah, so you're now hanging there, Garen, in the middle of the pit by an immovable rod.
Alright, I'll just try to get over. I'll swing across.
So that I can try and help him get up when he gets close enough.
Alright. Then why don't you roll an acrobatics check with advantage, Garen, because Malik is going to help you.
Okay.
Okay.
14.
You manage barely just to get the other side, but at what price?
I'm gonna kind of walk over to the edge of the crystals. I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna shout, "Woo!"
That's what Thoros. He's just holding off in the crystals, looking down into the darkness.
It echoes for a bit, and then there's silence.
Woo! Woo!
He just stealth back up here.
He stealthed, like instead of falling into the darkness, he just stealthed the darkness.
He's actually right beside us.
I'm pretty sure with his monk stuff that he can survive the fall. Plus, I featherfalled him, unless that literally goes for 1,000 years.
Who knows where it goes or
Which
how
it
deep?
does.
Or how deep? All right, Thunk, you are the last remaining party member, living party member, the last remaining one, not on the other side.
I'm gonna light a torch and drop it and see how far it falls.
It falls until you can't even see the light of the torch any longer.
All you hear is "Wow, wow, fire!"
Can I just straight up jump across with? I got a strength of 20.
Yes, you can basically straight up jump across and just make an acrobatics check to catch the ledge of the other crystal. Strength of 20.
Oh, acrobatics is my worst skill. One of my worst skills. Well, it's not that bad, actually. One sec.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm reading what my coin of tomorrow does exactly. I know
Okay.
it said re-roll a D20 roll, right?
That is entirely possible. Let's see. I can't remember if I gave it like the luck feat ability. Coin of Tamora. Once per day, you may flip the coin before making an ability or skill check. On a 1, you have advantage.
I'm gonna flip the coin real quick because I'm about to make an acrobatic.
Oh,
check.
yeah, I also forgot. I can't remember if I mentioned this to you all like after the stream last session 2 weeks ago or something, but everyone should have inspiration from the Well of Tamora thing. Work.
That means we would have inspiration. He can use his inspiration to save himself.
But he didn't. He didn't use it.
Pretty much Tutmos is
All
just saying, thank God I don't have to deal with an NPC anymore. Been waiting
Except
for this.
for, I think I'm going to try and save his bitch ass. Not let him
All
play
right,
that
here I
easy.
go. Straight up jump and try to catch the lead.
All right. You may use inspiration if you want, or the coin. All right. Yes.
I'll send you my thought and prayers.
All right. Then you manage to grasp the crystal. Now the real question is, once you get the 125 pounds of Chardalyn, how are you getting that over the other
Yeah,
side?
I was just thinking about that. You have a bag of holding?
Now, is it explosive if it's like impacted anyway?
It's fragile.
Oh.
But yes. Yes, you managed to make it just, and you hold on to that crystal thunk.
Yeah, pull myself up.
Yeah, and you can see there's a number of rock outcroppings on this side and natural cave formations.
I'm gonna mage hand the rod back over to me.
Okay, yeah, you get the rod back.
Before we continue, I'm gonna kneel down and say a quick little prayer for Wu to Tamora. Tamora, please.
Depending
Look
on
after
how
him.
far that is, I can probably get Woo.
Are you willing to take that chance?
Well, I can survive no matter what, and I can probably get back. I have a potion of climbing, and I have oil of etherealness as well.
Right, but are you willing to take that chance that you will be able to use all that in enough time?
Well, each potion lasts an hour, so and the etherealness lets me go through shit.
Uh-huh.
I place a hand on Malik's shoulder. Malik. He lost
I'm
him.
saying I can go get him
Right,
potentially.
but the other thing is, can you make it back up? That's the problem.
The other thing is,
With those two things, probably. I don't know how far it goes down. That's the only thing.
Exactly.
Yep.
Are you
The other
willing
thing
to
is-
take that chance?
the thing is, if it's not, Wu might just be you'd say a smear on the ground.
Well, I did feather fall him, so
Yes, but again, since we don't know how far it is, it's a 50-50 chance.
And since I'm the DM, it's not a 50-50 chance. You know, it's
Shut up! Shut up, Tut,
it is
don't metagame.
it is deeper than 600 feet.
Just let it go, Malik. I am sad
also as a
too.
monk, he can reduce the damage he would take from falling.
I think Malik is going through like the 8 stages of grief, like or of loss. He's like in denial right now.
Yeah.
Featherfall and Monk and
I now wrap my arms around Malik, hold him close in a nice tight hug. Malik, I'm sad about his loss too, but must continue with the mission.
can't be.
If
Aaron
once
is like gonna be like laying on these crystals, beating his fist into them. Be like, I'm supposed to protect.
yes,
I
Malik's
killed him!
actually, Garrett is actually the one that's like more really upset, like, and I'm
I
over here trying to
killed
comfort
him. It's
Malik,
my
who's like,
fault.
and I'm over here comforting Malik, who's like,
Unfortunately, it's just like sailing the seas. Whenever you board a vessel, take the chance. You got a 30% chance of surviving out there, and he knew the risk of joining us and coming on these missions. Something that we have to deal with.
yeah, I know loss too. I lost a good friend of mine as well. Took me a while to get over it, but I know he's happy and better off. People die.
Yes, Wu perhaps has.
I should have cast Spare the Dying on Wu as he fell.
Oh my! Listen,
Right, come on.
the great thing is that in Wu's belief system, he's now under the auspices of the celestial bureaucracy.
That sounds more like a hell, being in
It's-
bureaucracy.
You think so? But
Whatever.
And just think
Garen.
of this, Garen.
Malik, let's go.
Now we don't have to take him to his homeland. That's extra gas money.
Silver lining. There you go.
Wow.
Always look at the bright side.
I'm gonna try and zap him.
Glass half full.
it
I
misses.
think
What? You try to zap him?
Like the old cowboy thing, shooting the ground around him. Dance, monkey, dance.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness!
sorry, my bad. I spoke out of turn. But we are still on a time crunch. Really need to figure out where this stuff is and how we're going to get it out.
Jared
I can
painfully pulls
get it
himself to
across.
the edge.
We find it, I can get it across since I'm not gonna get Wu.
Right.
Are
Come on, Garen. You're our truffle pig.
you sure? I might end up getting you, everybody else killed.
Suck it up,
Otherwise,
soldier.
That's my line.
Oh my gosh, I've probably insulted the name of Gorm, not glorified it.
Yes, you can see there's a long tunnel heading northward, and despite being almost perfectly straight and linear, with an exactly even diameter throughout its length, this appears to be a natural formation.
Garen wipes the tears out
As
of his
natural as
eyes.
Wu's death.
See if he can't notice any traces of uncommon minerals in the walls as he walks down.
Yes, indeed. You see small little black specks that look like tiny little Chardalyn nodules.
This stuff better be really dense, man. 125 pounds.
Yeah.
And as Thunk...
I angrily cast Sacred Flame on that stupid thing before it sees us.
All right. Roll for damage. Excellent. Yes, it erupts into flames, and its tentacles are writhing.
Here's like, I don't have time
I'll
for your
shoot at it.
shit.
Yes, you hit it.
I was like, I don't have time for your bullshit either.
It explodes.
What is this?
You see a massive, perfectly formed crystal of Chardalyn.
This should be a joyous occasion. It is not.
How big does it look 125 pounds?
It doesn't seem to be. It's also riddled with some internal cracks.
All right. Well, let's just keep on going and see if we can't find something better. If not, we'll just grab what we.
Which of you guys has mending?
I've got mending.
Just in
Yeah.
case.
What happens if I try to cast Mend on Chardalyn? Wouldn't Chardalyn just absorb the spell? And
Yeah, Chardalyn will not. I mean, you can try it and see what happens.
yeah, you know what? I'll
If you
come
wanna-
back and I'll cast Mending on the Chardalyn. What happens?
The magic of the spell seems to. It's like putting aluminum foil in a microwave. Like it sparks and crackles and whatnot, but the cracks are not repaired.
Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Ooh, can we see this here, up here? Is this a ledge?
Let me hit Control L to see through your eyes.
We actually can. There's not a wall here.
There should be a wall there.
Okay.
We'll pretend like
Just pretend. And in fact, that is the one spot that I missed when I drew the lines.
Okay. Well,
There we go.
oh, yep.
Yes, in this chamber you can see all kinds of Chardalyn crystals jutting out of the walls. There are also a number of stalagmites and stalactites, and that you can just make the sight of these violet fungus tendrils kind of slowly waving in the darkness at the edges of your vision.
All right.
I will start sacred flaming the ones that anywhere near me.
Garen,
The other
Garen,
ones.
Malik, you guys get to work on the crystals. Funk, you and I, we're on tentacle detail.
Okay.
I pull out my hammer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, and although many of these crystals are large, it looks like you'll need to find an especially well-developed cluster.
Okay. Question. The long path that we walked, was it at a downward slope or was it like pretty level?
It was relatively level.
So yeah, this is not gonna get us any closer to Woo. I guess I'll just start going around and checking each deposit for like and like I guess seeing how pure it is.
Are you checking that one right next to you?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start on this one.
Then roll investigation.
Investigation. That is
Then roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
wow.
You're not doing well with your rolls today. Oh, a lot of people not doing
Yeah,
well with
I
their
know.
rolls.
My roll killed Woo. Killed him.
Hey, Wu rolled in that one too. Yes, Garen, as you're looking at this crystal formation, you kind of move your finger to poke at it, to feel the contours, and like a big eyeball slit opens up, and you just poke it in the eye, and tentacles start sticking out of the stone, waving around. It is some kind of hideous creature.
Okay.
All right,
Hey guys, there's a
Thoros.
hideous creature.
Thoros.
All right, seeing this, startling me as I draw my swords, I just thrust forward, trying to find a nice squishy spot. Good old life stealer.
All right.
23.
Yes, that hits.
9, 10. For 22 on the first one.
Excellent. Actually, that's 23, I think.
Oh, it is 23.
Yes, 23.
Half.
Yep. And excellent. Yes, you have found a spot where you can kind of stab into the creature. It has really hard stone-like skin, but where the tendrils come out, it seems to be a little softer.
All right, and then I'll come around with the silver rapier. 16.
16 hits.
For 13.
Excellent. 13 damage.
That will be turnover.
All right, excellent. Garen.
Garen, obviously still emotionally compromised, violently swings with his mace.
All right, that hits. 6 damage.
Oh, whoa.
Excellent.
That'll be in turn.
Beautiful. All right. Now. Okay. And a 2. All right. 16 to hit Malik. Does that hit?
Shield.
All right. Your AC is now 21 temporarily. All right. 24 to hit Malik.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. You are now grappled.
Oh, wait. I'll impose disadvantage.
Okay. You will use your reaction and impose disadvantage.
Yes.
All right. Then that misses. All right. And then the next hit is 17, which misses. As more tendrils come curving around the passage, lashing at Malik, trying to get a grasp on him. All right. Now, Malik, your turn.
We fought a roper before, right?
In this campaign, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a boss.
Yeah.
It was this silly boss thing. It was fighting its lightning, right?
I cannot recall. I know you fought one in the Saturday game. I can't remember if we fought one in this campaign.
Yeah, it was a donation monster.
Oh, yeah,
Donation monster
that's
with a
right.
bunch of orc.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah.
Because Thoros was like, Dave, help me.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm just going to move there, and I'm going to cast lightning bolt.
When asked how Thoros knew Dave, would Thoros respond is like, "Oh, we went to college together."
All right. That is the wrong dex save. There we go. It fails its dexterity saving throw, and that is 35 damage. All right, excellent. The creature is now bloodied.
And then I'll quicken spell, and I'll cast lightning bolt again.
All right. It succeeds its dexterity saving throw. Takes 15 damage. You can see it is now badly injured.
All right, that will be my turn.
All right, Thunk.
All right, so this roper pops up. So I'm gonna think that it's badly injured. I'm just gonna run up and bring Shatter Skull down on top of it.
All right.
I turned it to goo.
Well, yes. You bash in the creature's hard crystalline skin, and it crumples, leaking out its fluids, which seem to be acidic, melting the stone around its base.
Oh, let's kind of step back from that.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
Uh,
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Thoros. You can see there are more tendrils kind of wrapping around, trying to get at Malik.
Well, then I will run around there and try to cut them away before they can wrap around Malik.
So you may attack one tendril per attack.
Okay.
Unless you have like an AoE or something. But yes.
Stars.
All right.
Boom, 24.
Yes, that does hit.
For 14.
You annihilate it.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
That's nice. The second tendril, if it's up there.
Yeah, there's 4 tendrils trying to grasp at Malix. You just destroyed one.
Ooh, 10.
That misses.
Right. With that, I'm going to step back.
Okay,
Oh,
excellent.
with my fancy footwork.
Great. Garen.
Seeing Thoros trying to help Malik, I will in turn do the same, aiming to squish another tentacle as trying to restrain Malik.
Okay,
20.
that hits.
5.
It is still extant.
Squish, squish, squish.
That's all I got. Like,
Okie dokie.
melee's not my strong suit.
I'm supposed to protect.
I'm supposed, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. All right. Oh, poor Garen. All right. A tendril comes shooting out from south of you, Thunk, and 21 to hit.
Yeah, I only have an AC
no,
of 9.
Okay.
I'm
Actually,
trying to figure out. I know I have an AC. I'm trying to figure out why my AC says 21 right now.
you were using a shield at one point, right?
No, I think one last session.
Oh,
was casted
I
on.
think Garen cast something on you that gave you +2 to AC, so your AC should be 19. Okay.
Yeah, it is, but yeah, 21 hits.
Okay, you are grappled, Thunk. And
Damn it.
I'm just gonna mark that on you. All right. 18 to hit Garen.
That does not hit.
All right, and then 10 to hit, and then 26 to hit Garen.
Ah, jeez, yes, that hits.
All right, you are now grappled, Garen. And now, Garen, you and Thunk
Are devoured.
you are pulled 25 feet closer to the creature.
Ooh.
That puts
Good.
you both within biting range as it makes a single bite attack against you, Garen, and it crunches against your hard shield, doing no damage.
Okay.
All right. Now, Alec. 16 to hit.
Yeah, pop shield again.
Okay. Then 12 to hit. All right. And then 16, and that's a miss. All right. The creature cannot get a hold of you. All right, Malik, your turn. You have just seen Thunk and Garen wrapped up in tendrils and pulled and getting munched on by this creature to the south as more tentacles come lashing out at you from the side.
Where are the? Is it just coming from the thing from the south?
There seem to be tentacles coming from this passage here, and then there's the other tentacles from the south down here that have wrapped around Thunk and Garen.
Okay, I will. Ba, ba, ba. I will cast haste and twin it so that Thoros and Thunk are hasted.
Great. All right. Then, Thoros, you are now hasted with a lightning bolt. And Thunk, you are now hasted and grappled.
Oh, that's what it was. Haste gave me 21 AC.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so now you have +2, which is 21. Okay, great.
Right.
Excellent. Anything else, Malik?
I'm gonna eat a spell slot, but that will be it.
Okay. Thunk.
All right. Can I use my haste action now to break the grapple and still have my regular?
That is a good question. Does the haste action allow you to?
It
It
says only
allows you to attack, dash,
dash,
disengage, hide, or use an object.
Right.
use
And
an object action.
Breaking grapple, I think, is an attack, but
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I think breaking a grapple is considered an attack. So sure, why not? Use your haste action to try and break the grapple if you wish.
Okay, that's a strength check.
This is going to be athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
I'm going to use my athletic. Dang.
Amazingly, that actually broke the grapple because this dude rolled a 6.
So now that I broke the grapple, I am now going to attack it.
All right.
20 to hit.
That hits.
I bring Shatter Skull back around and hit it again. 16 to hit.
Shatter Skull bounces off of the crystalline hide. All right, Thoros.
Oh shit! Where is everybody? Hold on. 15, 25. Oh, there we go. 30, 35. Oh, can you do double your movement with haste?
A single movement is
You
doubled.
can use dash as a hasted action.
Okay, cool. All right. Then I quickly move through right between Funk and Garen, thrusting both of my blades towards the roper. First one, 26.
That hits.
Ooh, 7 piercing, 6 slashing, 2 fire. Oh, God.
Oh man, that is the worst sneak attack I've ever seen.
This is gross.
My gosh, 17 damage.
Then Silver Rapier. Ooh, 12.
That misses.
I don't know what else was the worst roll I've ever seen. When Wu failed.
Woo
All right. So that was 40, 50.
You know who we need right now? We need bubblegum. Bubblegum to come cheer.
Woo!
Fuck bubblegum.
Turnover.
Bubblegum will cheer us up.
Wild magic summons the ghost of Woo. All right.
Ooh.
Woo, woo.
Woo!
Woo
Garen.
donation. Summon the ghost of Woo.
Garen.
Still not managing to get over his emotional compromisation.
Compromisation.
While, yeah, that's a word now. If I am allowed, which I think you can still attack if you're grappled, right?
Yes.
I will just swing wildly. Trying to find nope.
You miss.
I missed.
But we need to burninate. Burninate this cave.
It. Now. 25 to hit Funk.
Haha, you have missed.
All right, you are once again grappled.
But I can still make attacks while grappled, right?
Yes.
Weird.
All right. Yeah, grapple doesn't.
Movement.
Yeah,
Yeah, just your movement becomes 0. That's it.
yeah, that's all it does. All right, now we have. Jeez. Okay, Garen. Once again, it tries to munch on you, but it like breaks a tooth on your hard shield.
Good.
Thoros, 26 to hit.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, you are now grappled, and it reels you in closer. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got over here. As a tendril whips around trying to hit Malik. And then 3 more tendrils come whipping around. 20 to hit Malik.
Shield again.
All right. They all miss. Malik, your turn.
Does that thing look beat up that they're being grabbed by?
Not really. It's not bloodied.
Okay. I will magic missile it.
All right.
For 21.
It is still kicking, although it is now bloodied. Barely.
Fine. I will quicken spell magic missile again.
All right.
21.
All right. It is still alive, but badly wounded now.
That'll be my turn.
All right. Funk.
I'm gonna just being grappled again, and I'm getting a little angry at it. So I grab Shatter Skull and start swinging wildly.
All right.
24 to hit,
That hits for 11 damage. Very nice.
16 to hit.
Your Shatter Skull bounces off of the creature. And it does so again.
Well, I'm going to use inspiration on that one.
All right. That is... With a single blow of Shatter Skull and the guidance of Tamora, you smash the creature's head in, and both you and Garen and Thoros are no longer grappled by it. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Thunk?
Oh crap! We're still fighting things.
Oh yeah,
A
there's
lot of things.
Yes.
Look at the turn tracker, man.
All of the violet fungus in the cavern has awoken and is creeping towards you.
I'm gonna bonus action Spirit Guardian up.
All right.
Wow, those initiative rolls, dude.
-4.
I have never.
That is
Excellent.
a high.
That's a very nice damage roll for
Oh yeah.
Spirit Guardians. Excellent. All right.
Oh, see, now I can burn it. So now when they get in there, I can burninate them with radiant fire.
It is true. All right. Tentacles streak out at you, Thoros, from behind, but you manage to dodge out of the way of all of them. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. Malik, a purple fungus creeps up from behind you and lashes 4 tentacles out at you. 13, 19 to hit. Is your shield still up?
Shield again.
My god, how many spell slots do you have?
I have
Oh,
one more use after this for my staff.
That's right. And then on the last use, you
5
roll,
uses.
and it could shatter. Yeah.
Yeah, on a 1.
Okay, then all of the rest of the fungus's tentacles strike your magical shield instead of you. All right, and you can see more fungus is creeping up behind you, Malik. All right, Thoros.
All right. Hastily moving towards the big purple mushroom with a flurry. Go first with Lifestealer. 26.
That hits.
For 11. 3.
2, 6,
17.
Yes, 17. You darn near destroy the fungus in a single blow.
Silver rapier.
All right.
10.
That hits.
Wow.
And you cleave the fungus in twain.
That
Right. Any movement for you?
was only 8. So up here, and that'll be turnover.
Excellent, Garen.
I'm going to immediately dash into range. Wow, that's a few more than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll call back. There's more over here.
There's more over here.
They're everywhere.
I don't know which way to go now.
I will. I'm starting to wonder if I should just not even attack and exclusively use freaking
Sacred Flame. It's up to you.
You know, I want to do that. I want to cast Sacred Flame on the one right in front of me.
Sacred flame, sacred flame.
Yes, you hit it. And it bursts forth with radiant light and is not bloodied.
All right, I'll smash my mace on my shield, give a mighty dwarven roar, and brace for incoming attacks.
All right.
Took the death of Wu to really man him up.
What, you saying he wasn't manly before? Shit's rude, Thunk.
I am not man. I am dwarf.
I mean, look at him. He is like on fire right now.
Oh, man. All right.
He got something lit under his ass.
His eyes are burning.
It's called guilt.
All right, 23 to hit Thoros.
23.
Sorry, 22 to hit.
22 still hits you.
Okay. Yeah, your AC is boosted by 2 from the haste, so you're 19 AC, but yeah. Okay, so you are now grappled. All right, and then Thunk, 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You are now grappled again.
Yeah.
And then 10. Malik still has his shield up. Okay, so then Thunk and Thoros, you are reeled in 25 feet towards the creature.
Yeah.
Not quite in biting range.
Oh god, there's more over here!
Oh, man. Yes. You can see as you're being pulled 35 feet within a 6-second span that there are 2 more ropers with their tentacles looking at you hungrily. Alright, this roper is dead, and now the funguses come in. Alright. This roper is going to move over here. And what are we going to see from it? Okay, none of those break through Malik's shield, nor do any of them break through Garen's defenses. Actually, they can't, because actually, Garen, you're 5 feet out of range. You can see tentacles trying to lash out at you, but you're just a couple feet farther than it can reach.
Spit on them.
All right, Malik.
Jeez.
This is how Gorm fell. He entered a battle rage and lost all sense of himself.
It's canon.
It's canon. All right, Malik. What are we gonna see?
Shit, son.
Mushrooms are creeping in on you.
You worry about the shrooms. Me and Thoros worry about the rope.
Alright, I will pew and I will twin it so I can hit that one and that one.
Okay.
1, 2.
So you both hit.
$20 for the first one and 25 for the second one.
All right, both of them explode with electrical discharge. All right, anything else?
That will be it.
Okay, let's see here. And this violet fungus will get moved off of the map as more come in. Excellent. Excellent. I'm just going to have these go in a group to save time. All right. Garen, more attacks of these fungus tendrils come swarming at you. For 17.
Nope.
22 crit.
Damn it.
And your AC is 20.
20.
All right. You take 11 necrotic damage as its tentacles lash you. And then another creature lashes out at you with its tentacles. And every attack misses as you hold up your shield and your hammer. All right, Thunk.
I'm going to try to break grapple.
All right. Let's see if you succeed.
17.
You have broken the grapple.
I'm going to rush in on these guys,
Right.
putting them in range. So now they have to make what was it? Charisma saving throws.
Let us see. This is Spirit Guardians. Yes, either when they enter or at the start of their turn.
Right. So I'm glad I got them in there. All right. Now I'm going to swing at one above me.
Okay.
18 to hit.
It bounces off of his crystalline hide.
Ow, they got some high AC.
They do. Likewise, it bounces off his crystalline hide.
Well, hold up. Would a 20 have hit him?
Yes. These are, however, immune to prone.
It's not prone. Whenever you... Oh, no. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's if your main attack hits and the other attack would have hit, then it does the special effect.
Yeah, there's
right?
another one to it, too. But it's only if I have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay. All right, Thoros.
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna try to wiggle my way out of the grapple,
Right.
using my acrobatics.
Okay.
Oh, are you kidding me?
You're grappled even more.
Seriously?
In your struggle to get out of the grapple, you somehow wind another one of its tentacles around you. You are super grappled.
All right. Well, I'm going to as I wiggle around trying to get out of it, and it's just closing in. It's tightening around me. I take my blades as I just try to lash around, trying to get at the tentacles. The lifestealer, 11.
That does not hit any of the tentacles.
Silver, 22.
That hits one of the tentacles.
9, 10.
10 damage will do it. You cut off one of the two tentacles
All right,
that
killer.
is wrapped around you. All right.
All right, that'll be turnover.
Okay. Garen, getting some unfortunate nat ones tonight.
Yeah, real unfortunate. But yeah, seeing 3 enemies in front of me, and they have to get through me. My comrades, I have determined not a single will pass me as I slam my mace, the guy in front of me.
That hits.
Dealing 6 damage, and then proccing what was it? Spike growth.
All right, spike growth. What is the damage for spike growth?
2d4 piercing.
Right, so roll 2d4 piercing. And what number is that? I'm on a different tab.
I'm sorry?
What number?
Oh, hey, look at that.
6. Excellent. All right, yes, it explodes. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. Very nice. That is going to hurt. All
That's
right.
the intent.
Now, thunk this. This is the one grappling you, so it's going to try attack. 26 to hit, thunk. You are once again grappled.
Yeah. Not even if I popped my shield, it would.
It would still, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then it's going to reel Thoros in and try to munch on Thoros. 10 to hit.
No.
So far, these ropers haven't been able to deal 1 point of damage, by the way.
It's just annoyed being grappled.
And when they hit, they do like 20, 30, 40 damage, but not a single point.
It's
Oh, shit.
evil.
All right, and then it's going to try to tendril, and then
Oh,
tendril
did-
again, and it misses.
Needs to make a charisma saving.
Oh yes, start of its turn, charisma save, which it fails. How much damage?
That was 20 damage.
All right, it takes 20 damage as your. What do your spirit guardians look like?
They're little cupids holding lances tipped with hearts, riding little unicorns.
I see. All right. Yes. Well, then one of the unicorns and cupids like stab and fire arrows into the roper as it tries to attack you. All right.
Cutest thing you've ever seen.
16 to hit, Malik.
I think it's been a turn since I've popped it, so
Okay.
Or how about just little unicorns just running around? There we go. That'll make it simple.
Little bubblegums. All
Little
right.
bubblegums running around.
All right. Then Malik, you are grappled unless you have any tricks to pull.
I'll use the last one.
Okay. Then I believe you need to make a roll to see whether or not the staff shatters. As I recall.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Are you serious?
If you expend the staff's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff explodes in a rain of glass.
Is it possible to use my inspiration to roll again?
Does inspiration say you can re-roll any d20 or just attack and skill checks? I don't recall what the DMG says.
You're
I don't
actually,
remember.
if you want to go raw and Ray, you're supposed to announce you're using your inspiration beforehand.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that I'd roll 1.
Well, that's yeah.
And the way we've been doing it, we've been letting it do afterwards.
You still got that long sword that you got a while back?
Oh goodness, your staff of defense shatters, exploding with shards of glass flying everywhere. It is destroyed. Oh no. Although I think technically you still have the shield effect. I believe. It doesn't say that the staff concentrates on it for you or whatever. So yes, you still have the magical effect, but your staff of defense has been obliterated. Whew. Saving throw or ability check. Okay. Yes.
Is this the second roper that tried to lash out at him?
Yeah, this is the second roper, and it needs to roll its charisma save as well. Is it charisma or wisdom? I can't remember. For spirit guardians.
Looking it up.
And I also just like to remind you, you all are only on this mission to spite Halia. You could have been going for the Book of Bojanel right now, but no, you heard Halia wanted something, and you're like, no, fuck Halia. It is.
I'm not doing this to spite Halia. I'm doing this to unify the dwarves. It is a completely noble reason.
Because it has cost you a really good magic item. It has cost you woo. Oh my! How much more is this going to cost you? And Malik, you are reeled in 35 feet towards this creature.
Oh, my bad. It is definitely a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom.
It hit me with me popping shield.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's right, shield. No, then it does not grapple you. 16, 17, 16, 16. Yep, nope, none of those hit. And then it tries to lash out at Garen, but once again, Garen's defenses are strong. The Roper fails its wisdom saving throw and takes 20 radiant damage as it is pierced by miniature bubblegums. All right, Malik, you are covered in glittering glass dust.
I'm just gonna sit down
and cry.
and I'm just gonna start shooting things, but ML doesn't want to move anymore. I'll try to hit that one and that one.
Oh man.
Yeah. That hits. That hits. You obliterate both of them. This is the saddest episode of Adventuring Day ever.
Right?
Anything else, Malik, as you explode in your frustration, 2 more violet fungi?
No, I'm just gonna sit down upset.
Almost makes me want to put in a donation myself to bring in bubblegum to cheer everyone up.
Oh God!
Not everyone.
Do you want people to start crying? Because that's how you get people to start crying. Oh my gosh. 14, 17, 19, 10 to hit, Garen. You bash the tentacles away as they strike out at you. This creature here, it moves forward and it takes a shit ton of damage. Is it 2d6 per 5 feet?
It is 2d4.
2d4. So roll for me 8d4.
Jeez.
It kills itself, climbing over the spikes, and dies. All right. Thunk.
I'm grappled by this sucker again as I getting sick and tired of being grappled. I'm just going to start wailing on it.
All right.
45 to hit.
25 hits. 17.
21 to hit.
That hits for 16.
24 to hit.
That hits for 13. It is now bloodied.
The end of my turn.
All right. Thoros.
All right. Going ham on this bitch right here.
All right.
Life Stealer, 17.
17 is not popped in for me yet. 17 does not hit. Last.
Second, 18.
18 bounces off. Oh, there they go. It bounces off the crystalline hide of the creature.
Oh, third one. Damn it!
Bounces off. Oh, no. Right.
Turn over.
Garen. This battle could could turn poorly.
Can't see bars because of statuses and walls and.
No one actually, except for Thoros took some damage, but I think only because of his own thunder blast thing. I want to say the only one. Yeah, the only one who's taken damage in this fight is you from one attack.
Okay, I'm gonna Sacred Flame shoot in front of me.
All right.
To the left of me.
It fails and is hit with 9 radiant damage. Its fungal flesh is burning in the
And
radiant
I
light.
will brace another attack in my turn.
All right, now let's see what we got here. Double crit against Malik, 27 to hit. All right.
Did it make its wisdom throw?
Yes, needs to make wisdom saving throw, and it succeeds, so it takes half damage, yes?
Yeah, half damage, so it takes 10.
Excellent. It is severely wounded. It lashes around Malik. It reels him in 35 feet within biting range of the other roper. Apparently they share their food. And then it... Okay, every single attack from every roper so far has been a 10. Every single one. For the bite. Every single one.
Good.
They have a +7 to hit. Oh my lord. Okay.
How are you? Roll 20.
It's roll 20, apparently. Alright, then this roper. Hey! 23 to hit against Malik. For a bite.
I'm so happy about
I
that.
finally got to hit something. I'm not playing Woo, so I don't get to hit stuff. For 19 piercing damage, Malik.
I mean, technically, you didn't really hit that much as Woo either.
Yeah. Alright. And then 26 to hit Garen.
26 will hit.
You are 50 feet.
Jeez.
Then you are reeled in 35 feet towards
How's it done?
the maws of these creatures. All right, Malik.
Was that the same one that just did?
Yes, yeah. Yes. So it needs to do its thing. It fails and takes 20 damage. All right, Malik.
Where am I?
Sorcerers don't need a spellcasting focus, right? Or do they? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't using the staff as my focus.
Okay.
I guess I will try and shock him.
Right. That hits. For 11. All right. It is now bloodied. Anything else, Malik?
Nope, he's going with the tide.
All right.
He lost his stat Woo and stuff. Malik's just giving up on life at this point.
Oh, man. All right. The violet fungus runs after you, Garen, and kills itself on your spikes.
Good.
The other funguses move closer to you, and one of them is in range to hit you. 10, 12, 13, 19 to hit. All the attacks bounce off of your shield. All right, Thunk. You can see it's coming down to the wire. You've almost got these things beaten, but you're taking heavy losses.
We're taking so many losses. 24 to hit.
That hits.
That's a miss.
Yes, the
That's a
second.
miss.
Yeah, you hit once, you bash it, you can see its flesh cracking and crumbling. It's about ready to die, but you bash again and again, and it bounces off the tough crystalline hide. Thoros.
All right, continuing, trying to take down this roper. First one. Damn it, 16.
Oof, bounces off.
You know what? Screw this shit. Inspiration with Silver Rapier. Yes!
Damn!
Woo!
Yes, that hits.
Eat shit!
Eat all of it.
Yes, you pierce the roper in its weak spot, strike its heart, and it just crumples. Its
I'm
flesh
waiting to breathe.
cracking and collapsing. You are both no longer grappled.
Good. Now, I want to move up to this one. Take my third attack. Hasted attack. Are we still hasted?
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, Malik.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
oh shit!
Oh,
Damn it.
damn.
The 16. No, I didn't.
Oh,
take advantage of it.
shoot. Okay, yeah. 16 to hit does not hit. That would have been too good.
Damn. Yep. Turnover.
All right. If only you had pack tactics, you should have played a kobold.
I know.
All right, Garen. You can see that Thoros has slain one of the ropers and is trying to get the other one down, but just can't quite make it.
Does the roper seem bloodied at all?
Yes, it seems bloodied. You are, however, grappled, I believe, so
Yeah.
you can't move unless you break the grapple. But you only have one action since you're a cleric.
Yep. So instead, I am going to cast. I'm going to use one of my channel divinity to cast Radiant Defense on Malik,
All right.
because I'm pretty sure he has the lowest AC.
Right. Radiant defense is when you get hit, it explodes with radiant light damaging the creature. Yes?
2d6 plus your cleric level, or
Excellent.
2d10 plus.
Wow. Excellent. Now that creature is going to attempt to bite Malik.
10.
11 to hit. Does not hit, sadly. It is then going to reel you in, Garen, and it needs to make its wisdom save. It succeeds. It takes 10 points of damage as Thunk's miniature bubblegums strike it. All right, Malik, it's your turn. Your body is coursing with radiant light as Garen has cast his spell upon you.
Malik will try zapping it again.
All right, that hits. Excellent. 19. The creature is badly wounded. All right, the violet fungus comes over down towards Thunk. Actually has reach, so it does not need to move that far, and it is going to attempt to strike Thunk. 17.
No.
18, 15. Double crits, 22.
Even with the crit, crit is an automatic hit, so yeah.
All right, -5 health to you, necrotic damage. As the other funguses come moving around, and this one needs to make a wisdom saving throw. That is the wrong character sheet. Wisdom saving throw. It fails. It is hit for 20 damage and explodes as it is impaled by a miniature bubblegum. Thunk.
I like how the fake ones are more useful than the real one.
Did this one make its saving throw as well?
That is a good question. Let's take a look here. You get 5 hit points back, Thunk.
Oh.
As the creature exploded when it entered the radiance of bubblegum.
Seeing that my bubblegums are taking care of these little funguses that are coming here, I turn towards the other roper and, like a little crackhead that I am right now, I move around to here and bring down Shatter Skull on it.
Excellent. It bounces off of its scaly hide. The first strike, the second strike flies true and crushes in the creature's hide. Its crystalline body fragments spreading all across the cavern. As the remaining violet funguses march towards you, they are impaled by miniature bubblegum unicorns and die. And that is, as they say, the conclusion of combat.
That wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad, no. It
He
just
grappled a lot.
it cost you Wu's life and Malik's best magic item.
I start like just beating this dead roper repeatedly, even though it no longer ceases to be.
Yes,
It's
and
therapy. I'm gonna let it be because I'm like, it's therapy. But yeah, during that combat, I felt like a Japanese anime star,
Yeah.
like a young girl in a certain Japanese anime.
Oh my goodness. And yes, Garen, as you beat upon the roper, you explode its gizzard and all of the undigested remains of everything it's eaten for the past several centuries spill out onto the floor. Which is largely composed of treasure. And that actually is canonical for ropers because they can't digest platinum or magic items.
Wow.
So I guess we need to bust open the other ropers.
If you wish, you may do so.
I'm going to start bashing on the remains of the other ones.
All right, then
Alex gonna
someone roll.
Alex gonna find a corner to sit in.
There's a nice, comfortable corner that's not too fungusy to sit in. Then someone may roll me 1d20 per roper, so 3 d20s? 4 d20s, please.
I think we should each roll 1d20.
Sounds good.
I'll go first.
Okay.
11.
You find, Thunk, 11 platinum pieces in one of the roper's gizzards.
Woo!
My turn.
All right. All right,
7.
you find 7 platinum pieces.
Yes.
Great. Aaron? You find 10 platinum pieces. And are you up to rolling a d20, Malik?
No, Malik's not gonna look for anything.
All right. Then someone else may roll a d20 for the last roper.
I'll do it. Aww.
3 platinum pieces in the other roper. All right. And that is what you find in the gizzards of all these ropers.
I'm gonna go back and start checking Chardalyn deposits.
Yes, indeed. In the northern cavern, up this way, through this passage, you find a massive formation of Chardalyn that is flawless, not a single crack in it, and it seems to weigh, at the very least, 150 pounds, probably 170, maybe 200. It is pristine.
I silently pull the pick that was slung around my back, start meticulously chipping away at the earth rock around the Chardalyn.
All right, then let me see. What check for that? Good question. I feel like that is a tools check. But let's see what we got here.
Brewer's kit.
Use the brewer's kit.
Made a nice Chardalyn IPA here. Really try it.
I suppose that would be like Mason's tools. I think is the closest that is in the standard. It does not say what type of check this is, so it might be dexterity. It might be strength.
I think if you're trying to be careful, it would be dex.
Dex.
If you're just trying to break it, then it would be strength.
So why don't you roll for me a dex check with advantage since you are being careful
Okay.
and presumably taking your time.
Yes.
As Garen's doing all this, I'm regaling tales from my military days. Telling them funny stories mostly telling them funny stories that of the shenanigans me and my friend Saul would get into.
I can't use guidance on just like a stat check, right?
That's a good question. Let's see. Guidance.
Once before the spell ends, target can roll a d4 and add the number roll on one ability check.
It's an ability check.
Okay. Then let's throw on 1d4.
Okay, 12. All right. You're not used to working with Chardalyn, but you managed to carve out at least 150 pounds, not the full formation. Some of it got broken and chipped and cracked and whatnot, but you are able to salvage at least 150 pounds of high quality Chardalyn.
All right, man.
Now it's a question of transporting it and getting it out of the cave.
Okay. I take
15.
some rope out of my pack and tie it around the Chardalyn and trying to get it around me. Apparently, I can actually hold another 150 pounds and not be encumbered. So
Nice. What's your strength?
strength is 16.
15. We can do 15 trips with Mage Hand.
It's
floating it
16
across.
times what? 15.
Yeah. So you have a total capacity of 240 pounds.
And I'm at 218.
Okay. All right. You have
That's what we can do.
a very heavy mass of Chardalyn crystal strapped to your back.
Get out of here.
We could
take
use
two
Mage Hand to
nipples.
float. We could use your Mage Hand to float it across, Malik.
No. How deep are we? Shush, dog.
Let's see here. Yeah,
Like, how deep underground?
Oh goodness, like 1,000 feet maybe. That well, that chasm, the pit you jumped down is pretty damn deep.
I'm gonna have stop concentrating on spiked growth.
All right. Yeah, Mage Hand is what, like 10 feet? 10 pounds, rather.
No,
To 10
I'm
pounds.
not thinking of Mage Hand.
Mhm.
How long traveling at my normal speed would it take to get 1,000 feet?
Let's see here. Your normal speed is 30, correct?
Yeah.
That would be 33 rounds not dashing. So times 6, 200 seconds. It would take you 3 minutes.
So I could probably get, if I were to move through the ground out of here within an hour easily.
Yeah, I believe so. That was what, etherealness?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Ethereal plane, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Of course, that comes with its own risks, but yes. You ignore all objects and effects that aren't on the ethereal plane, allowing you to move through objects, including rock. Blah, 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 blah. And any direction if you move up and down. Every foot costs. Yep, so you have full range of movement up and down. You can see and hear the plane you originated from, but everything looks gray. Okay, you can't see anything more than 60 feet away. Yes, and then I think oil of etherealness, that does say that you can cover like your possessions, as I
Yeah,
recall.
you can cover you and the stuff you're carrying.
Okay.
But can you carry 150 pounds, Malik?
I mean, it's heavy, but
Because if you're encumbered, I believe that slows you down. But I like, even if it halved your speed, hypothetically, it's still a 6-minute difference. And the potion lasts
a
for
potion
what?
lasts for an hour.
Uh,
So my intent was to oil up and go right onto the ship and just wait on the ship.
you may do that if you choose to.
Because I can't make it end early, so I'm stuck there for an hour anyways.
No, that's true.
So strap it onto me and I'll get it to the ship, and then you guys, here's the rod and rope, if that's easier than just jumping and shit.
Hi.
It's up to you.
And a potion of climbing, just in case.
Just in case you catch yourself on the way down.
Just in case you need to use it for something.
But I jump across first time, and then tie a rope around y'all as y'all try to jump.
If you can bring the rod, that would be great. So if you can not have the rod floating in the middle forever, that'd be cool. But it's whatever at this point. I'm okay with losing more things.
Are you?
All
I'm
right.
not, but I have to accept it.
That's just it. Not leaving the rod behind. This thing is too valuable.
All right.
Yeah, so was my staff, and so was Woo.
I see Garen and Thunk have already made their way down back to the chasm.
Yeah, we're gonna powwow about how we're gonna get this crap over.
Now, if I take with my strength,
I should be absolutely amazed and dumbfounded by this amount of like magical rock that has never been seen by any race's eyes in probably thousands of years.
Yeah.
But I can't be because I have failed as a protector, as a friend.
Now, if I take a good long running jump to jump across, can I easily clear it with my strength of 20?
Potentially. I think 20 is the absolute max given your strength score. So I think no matter what, you have to make a check.
Okay.
All
right.
And indeed, Thunk, as you get ready to make a running jump, you hear something familiar emanating from the pit.
Is he alive?
The cavern begins to shake, and you hear.
What?
Oh God! What is that? What is that? What is that?
As Woo
make a friend?
As Woo is screaming at the top of his lungs, his nunchucks are batting into the head of a gargantuan purple worm. Crystal fragments are flying all over the cavern.
Damn it, Malik left.
Is that a graboid from Tremors?
All right.
Everyone roll initiative.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
Purple worm, man.
It is a purple worm. What? This is going to be interesting.
Well,
you don't have to kill it, but it's there. So we do initiative for this because that lets people measure their actions. Let's see what happens.
Not fighting this thing. But it just made it easy for everyone to get across if they can just jump on the head and then jump across from there.
Oh my goodness. All right. See, there was a specific piece of artwork I linked into the chat, Discord chat.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, that's a big old pile of nope.
At one point. Let's see here. A specific piece of artwork. Which I wish I could find it, but I have no idea where that is. If someone wants to look in the Discord chat, I don't think it's too far away. But yes. I would have figured that when you saw the amethyst crystal-filled cavern, that might mind you, but anyway.
Oh.
That purple worm gets a zero on its initiative.
Good.
So, Garen, is... You see Woo riding the back of this purple worm.
So, seeing his ally still alive and realizing he has a chance to make amends for what he had done, thinks quickly and then takes the Chardalyn off his back, lays it in front of him.
Malik's got the Chardalyn.
I'm gone. Unless no one said no, I oiled up and took off with the Chardalyn to the ship.
Oh. Okay.
Malik is gone.
Never mind. I won't do the thing that I was thinking about doing.
Because that was the easiest way to get it out of here.
Is it on your person, and are you like 5 feet away from me?
I would have done it before you all started heading back this way.
He's probably like a good. He's gone. He's not. He's nowhere near.
Yeah, he's probably out of the.
I just
mine.
disappeared and floated through the rocks straight up. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in the ethereal plane now and can't even
Okay.
see 60 feet away.
Right. Okay.
yeah, I just there's rocks all around me, and I'm just crying myself back to the ship.
Okay. All right. Screw it. Garen going to run up and leap onto the giant worm
All right,
next to Woo.
make an acrobatics check to hold on to the giant worm. Let's not get knocked off as it thrashes around. Does Wu need to make another noble sacrifice to save you, Garen?
Wait! I have inspiration. I'm gonna consume inspiration for advantage.
Oh my lord.
Ah, you made it.
Right, 20. But yes, to be technical, you need to declare inspiration beforehand.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right, you leap onto the head of the giant purple worm, barely holding on, as Wu is hitting it with his nunchucks.
I am going to hit him with my mace and then cast Spite Growth in his head.
Spike growth only can be cast on the ground. I'm fairly certain.
I mean, it's big enough to be ground. Can I summon bone out of his skull?
No.
Is there like dirt or whatnot inside his mouth?
Okay, all right, no, all right. If that's not gonna work, I'm going to grab Wu and throw him over.
Throw him to the other side, the
I'm
far
gonna-
side.
right here, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
toss him like either 5 or 10 feet onto the bridge.
All right. Your running jump is an action. Your
Okay.
turn is concluded. All right, Thoros.
Only we were still hasted.
If we're still on it, next turn, that's what happened.
Oh my goodness. You have seen Garen make a running leap onto the purple worm. It looked like he was about to miss and fall into the pit, but the worm just shifted and landed. He landed right on top of him.
All right. So, as I tuck the immovable rod into my belt, I reach in as I take out my my lucky dice. As I roll one in my hand, got off one of my dice. Ooh, nice. As I run and leap onto the head of the purple worm.
All right. Excellent.
Then I want to grab Wu.
Right.
5, 25, 30. Bonus action to dash.
Yes.
Then I will leap to the other side. Hopefully with Wu in hand.
Right. Let us see here. That is going to have to be a grapple against Wu. See if you can hold him. Since he
is the grapple always athletics?
It can be athletic. Grapple. Where is my cheat sheet? That's a good question. Yes, the attacker. For the attacker, it's always athletics. For the person getting attacked, it's either athletics or acrobatics.
All right. So with my die, my lucky die. Ooh, that's 25.
Nice. Very nice. All right. And let's see about Woo here. That is not a success, so yes, you grapple Woo.
Right.
Alright. Now it is Woo's turn. And Woo at this point is sobbing and screaming. Oh my lord.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
And Woo is going to move 40 feet. And then at this point, he is going to bonus action stealth. And run another 40 feet with a dash. Oh no, he has a movement speed of 45 feet. Jesus. He's going to get over here. And he runs into the darkness of the cave, trailing screams behind him. Thunk.
Run and jump across.
All right. Excellent. Make a acrobatics check, please.
Oh Lord.
All right, you just barely manage to catch the edge of the crystals as you land.
Pull myself up. Does that all? That would count as all my movement, wouldn't it?
Yes, that's unless you. Oh yeah, but that's a check, so you yeah, that's like as far as you can go.
Yeah.
All right, Garen,
All right.
you're the last one on the purple worm. As it thrashes around. Now I had to pull up his character sheet and see what we got.
Duh. Oh boy.
Oh no. It's not
I
good.
don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Right?
We just got Woo back. Woo didn't die.
Who didn't die? Let us see what happens here. Alright. So, what is your AC is 20. Okay, your AC is 21, and then Thoros is 17. Yes. Out of the edge of one of the crevasses, Garen, the purple worm's massive tail stinger comes flying at you. But you manage to just barely rebuff with your shield by 1 point.
Jeez.
And then the purple worm swings around at you, Thoros, and attempts to bite you. You manage to dodge out of the way at the last second, as the ground next to you is just completely obliterated and becomes another chasm. All right, Garen.
Would I be able to jump off while he's busy biting at Thoros?
With an acrobatics or athletics check, yes.
All right. Let's go with athletics. If that is okay with you, because that was my better stat.
Yes! You leap right off of the purple worm's head as it's going to bite Thoros and land safely on the other side of the chasm. This thing is very fast, so you might want to move.
And I spend 25 feet movement this way.
All right.
Would be wonderful right now.
Thoros.
And I can no longer see anything.
30. Bonus action. Turn over.
All right. Woo is going to continue to run. He is going to run 90 feet. All right, Thunk. The cavern is shaking all around you.
Yep, right there. I'm like, nope, screw this.
All right.
Oh man, it's turning into a scene from Indiana Jones.
Yes, the purple worm turns to chase after you.
Oh, we need a minecart.
Oh my god!
We need a minecart.
As it goes to sting you, oh boy. This isn't good, Garen.
Oh shit, sorry.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
All right. 23 piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
And then make for me a Constitution saving throw with advantage since you are a
That's what I was
dwarf.
waiting for.
19.
That is just a success. So you only take 24 poison damage. Oh, you have super
Right.
poison resistance, yes?
Yeah, I have
You have double poison.
resistance,
Yes.
but I have Electrum Socks, which I can roll a 1d6 to subtract from poison.
All right. Well, 12 poison damage with your resistance. If you use your socks, let's see what you get. 11 poison damage, and you don't want to get bit. All right.
No.
Garen, your turn. You've been hit by its massive tail stinger.
That was action dashing. That's in turn.
All right, Thoros.
Oh, God.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Turn over.
All right. Woo is going to run another 90 feet. Thunk.
Where's a mine cart when you need it?
Actually, I think there actually is a minecart, isn't there? I think you're standing. Are you? I can't remember. Are you standing? Shit, I could have sworn there was a minecart here, but oh yeah, Thoros' tile is on top of that minecart.
Here, get to the minecart.
What are we all three gonna pile in like a 5 square foot minecart?
Well, technically, you take up 1/4 of a tile. It's just your tokens are big enough or expanded.
Oh no! Wait a minute. There's no way we can get the minecart moving though.
You'd have to push.
Someone's going to have to push.
All right, what are you gonna
I'm
do?
just saying, Garen get in. I mean, if I push, then I can't take a dash action anymore.
Yeah. Although even then, that would slow you down, but that would be fast.
If you want to get in, I'll push, and I'll just try to run out.
The funny thing is, though, is that even with Garen in the cart and Thunk pushing, which halves Thunk's speed because he can't dash, Garen would go faster. Because Thunk can push more than Garen can run. Alright, what are you going to do? Gonna move anymore? Do anything else? It is Purple Worm's turn next.
I'm right there. That's my full movement.
All right. The Purple Worm plows through the tunnel. All right, Garen, it is your turn.
Oh!
I mean, I could move you 30 feet at a time, Garen.
All right,
I could go. Okay.
Thoros, the cavern is beginning to collapse around you. You can see rocks falling into the water.
40, 50, 55, 60.
Excellent. Woo is going to dash and run another 90 friggin' feet. And as he passes by the goblins, he is going to say in Goblinese, "Are the Zhentarim indemnified against death by giant purple worms?" And then now Thunk.
I'm going to use my full. Seeing that Garen didn't jump into my car, I'm going to just run past them. Or too late now. My cart's gone.
The purple worm has swallowed the minecart whole and dashed forward. All right, Garen. The worm is on your heels.
Very much so.
Thoros.
Jeez.
It's so fast.
Wait a minute. How do we go up?
What?
Yeah. Once we get to the end.
Oh.
Wait, am I going the wrong way? Am I going the wrong way? Turn
Woo.
over.
Woo is going to dash another 90 feet. Screaming the whole way. Breaking his stealth. But he's using a bonus action to stealth every time. Alright, Thunk.
Keeping up on Thoris's heels.
The purple worm is carving a new channel in the dirt for the water to flow through. There's now a torrent of water flowing along with the worm. Garen. Thoros.
All right.
My gosh.
Keep running. 20, 25, 30. 60.
We don't have to outrun the worm. We just have to outrun Garen.
I mean,
Oh, wait. I just dash. Oh, wait. You can only use the dash action once. Never mind.
Woo makes it to the end of the tunnel and something happens that you can't see.
He dies.
He just dies. Alright, Thunk.
Keep on going.
Purple worm is coming for you.
Stay on Thoris's heels. I can just see this scene right here being animated.
ah!
Maybe you should take a couple levels in Monk, Garen.
Right?
Thoros.
Cleric. There you go.
The cavern's shaking, the minecart track is beginning to warp and rip off.
50, 55, 60. Turnover.
Alright, Thunk.
Ah!
And Garen.
Ah!
And Thoros.
So we're all tapping into our
Oops.
inner woo.
5, 10, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Alright, Thunk.
Ah!
You can see Garen damn near getting swallowed by the purple worm. Actually, I think I skipped a turn for you, Garen.
Oh, okay. Let's say I'm about to be in trouble.
Alright, now the purple worm comes blasting through here. It bites this goblin. Oh, it doesn't make it through the goblin's AC, so it manages to
What?
it manages to dash aside into this pile of rocks, and then the tail swinger explodes through this cavern wall, smearing this other goblin upon the walls of the cave as the purple worm comes blowing through. Garen. And
I'll look over
Thoros.
to the goblins and I'll just go, run!
Thoris, I can see Thoris running by. He's like, I still got my pass.
You're holding up the permit, waving it at the worm.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Alright, and Thunk.
Ah!
The purple worm, tries to bite this goblin. He dives into a cave as a reaction. The purple worm goes barreling through the tunnel. The other goblins here with their bows see this hideous creature barreling through, and they let loose their arrows. One of them crits against the worm for 12 damage. The worm has not noticed. Garen.
On you, stumpy bitch!
Ascend! Leviosa!
Leviosa. Not Leviosa. Alright, let's see where you guys are. Alright.
Ah!
Thoros. As soon as you cross the threshold of the mystical symbol Thoros, you begin ascending.
Ascend faster!
Thunk.
Start swimming up in the air.
Seeing him like start going up, I'm like, oh. Ah.
All right. As you cross the threshold, you ascend. This purple worm bites and swallows whole this goblin, killing it instantaneously. Then its tail stinger whips around and strikes out at this goblin. It misses, but the goblin lands right in front of the purple worm and is completely obliterated as he barrels through the passage. All right. Garen.
Yep. I'm jumping.
All right. You begin ascending. And the purple worm climbs up the well after you.
Oh crap.
I hope that mage up there is really powerful.
We need to keep running for it. Once we get up there, keep running for the ship. Just say, yeah, thank you for.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good day. Thank you. We did find what we needed. Bye.
Yes, you find Wu up there has already run past the gates.
Yeah.
How high are these gates? This circular wall?
To the ceiling.
Yes, the gates are to the ceiling. And yes, Garen, you are the last one up. As this massive purple worm emerges, you can see the guards are all letting loose their bows and the arrows, and the mage is hurling fireballs and spells at the worm as it strikes the edges of the well. I assume y'all are going to continue running?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Like I don't know if we're not in turn order. I'm fucking gone.
Yeah, well, no, we're headed straight to the ship. We're like, thank you.
All right. Yes, as you run out of PSS 23, you can hear the sounds of combat and horrible squeals. The guards at the gate begin running towards the center, and all of the other guards behind the bars run past you by the dozens. The kobolds, with rocks in hands, their wings flying above the worm, keep throwing and battling as you escape PSS 23.
I don't even feel bad.
Never again.
I don't even feel bad that we just probably just shut down that entire operation. We just landed a devastating blow against bureaucracy.
And you make it back to the bearded lady, mostly intact.
I look around at everybody and just start laughing.
Wu gets there before you, and that trunk that Thunk brought onto the ship, Wu has locked himself inside that big, 10-foot wide trunk that he brought onto the bearded lady.
That's his new personal cabin.
That is Wu's cabin on the ship. And of course,
put the movable rod on top of it and click the button.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course,
I just started laughing. I was like, that was something, huh, guys? What a rush! As I slapped Garen really hard on the back.
Malik is there in the ethereal plane.
Yep, just sort of there waiting for this spell to wear off.
But you did see Wu, so that made you happy. Garen said he'd
No,
be
he's
back on the
probably
ship.
in the ship in the corner crying, waiting to come out of the ethereal plane.
And that is when the purple worm bursts forth from the entrance.
Eat it, dude. Eat it.
Hurling after you.
We're already starting our ascent.
Oh, we got to wait for Malik.
Oh.
Malik can... Yeah, that's a good question. Can you escape the purple worm at the same flying speed that Malik can fly through the ethereal plane? You can rise 30 feet. The worm is 90 feet long or something. You might be able to ascend based on the ascension rate. Now I can catch up with you.
All right. And fuck it.
Yeah, if the ship starts moving, I will make myself aware enough to float up with it, so that when I pop back out, I don't pop out flying or anything.
The purple worm is trying to get at the bearded lady as you're flying up. Malik trailing behind in ethereal form.
Kind of like that scene from Empire Strikes Back when the Millennium Falcon falls out of
Yes.
the worm's mouth.
Exactly. You have survived your adventure at PSS 23.
Yeah, well, that place can PSS off.
Oh my goodness. Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice indeed. Malik needs a new weapon now. At least we didn't lose Woo, everyone. At least we didn't lose Woo.
That is true. Though he may think twice about saving Garen's life again. Oh my goodness.
Remember when I first met Woo? I spared his life. I was like, he was asleep, and I was like, no, you need to spare his life. I want to ask him questions.
Yeah. It's true. Maybe it would have been more merciful to kill him.
No, Woo's having fun. It's like that friend you bring along that's like, hey, you're always getting into trouble, and he's like, I really don't want to be here. He's like that friend that really doesn't want to be there, but you force him to come along anyways.
But
He's a hostage.
Oh, let us see what we got here. Everyone today may get 4,100 XP. And everyone gets inspiration.
4,100.
4,100 XP.
What does that put everyone else at? Because I don't remember.
20,100.
Bastard.
And 50.
Roll20 doesn't like math, apparently.
Yeah, well, you do it right and not like a fucking idiot like me.
2150.
20,150.
That's why I 2150.
Yep. All right.
I got.
Excellent. My goodness. And at this point, just a reminder before we end the session, you have 60 miles of fuel remaining.
A whole pile of shit to burn.
Yeah,
A bunch
I
of
guess when we end, we could just go over all the shit we want to throw in there.
Well, it is
How much time do we have to get back now?
let's see. Back to Mirabar is going to be another 952 miles
All right, so
back.
off the record, had we brought the Chardalyn manually, would we have been able to use it to suck the soul out of that worm?
No. I didn't have any solutions like in mind for this. I just wanted to see how you would solve these problems.
Like a coward.
No, like that's I never would have imagined any solution I could have come up with would not have been as interesting as using an immovable rod to like Tarzan yourself over a gap and then become ethereal and fly it through the ground and outrun a purple worm. Oh my goodness.
I don't want to fight the giant purple worm.
Yeah, it's true.
It would have probably been like damn near impossible to kill.
It would have been very difficult if like its bite attack that it got off on, or its tail stinger that it got off on Garen. Like if he didn't have super poison resistance, that would have been 72 damage.
I would have killed him.
Yes.
I have 65 health, so
Okay.
it wouldn't have outright killed me.
Yeah.
That would have outright killed me.
Yeah. And then like its bite attack, if it lands, it automatically swallows you, and you take 21 average acid damage at the start of each of the worm's turns as it digests you from its stomach acid. Oh man, that was something else.
So the run was way funner.
Yeah. Man, and yes, so it will take you 10 days at normal speed to get back to Mirabar from here.
I think we want to go the fastest.
Would 10 days be within the limit that Millicent requested?
It took you about 10 days to get out here. So then 10 days back would be 20 days total, which is less than a month. So,
All right, let's get back.
all right, yes, then yeah, it's just a matter of getting enough fuel, because to get there at normal speed, that is going to require about 8,887 more fuel points than you have.
We got a crap load of magic items to burn.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, I don't know why Strahd's CR rating is as high as a purple worm. It makes no sense to me. Even with his lair actions, he can't pump out that kind of damage. But of course, his CR doesn't take into account the fact that in the Curse of Strahd campaign, you get the Sun Sword and the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind, and this and that and the other.
Oh man, that Sun Sword is busted.
Yeah.
That is just straight up busted.
And my wizard has it, and he can't use it. Oh, but yes, anyway, any magic items getting thrown in the thing so we can take care of that and be ready to go for next session.
Yeah, I'm loading them up right now.
Excellent. All right. Excellent.
Rubber whip.
Yep.
Yeah. Level is that? That is 4th level. All right. Let me take a look at my notes here. We shall see.
Hey, we can go get the book after this.
16.
Or we could take a vacation.
To the high ice?
We might need to after this. Jeez.
Take a
Is there it? Do we know if? Do any of us know of a like known resort?
Just go to Waterdeep. Hang out there. You got plenty of nice things in Waterdeep.
That is true. All right, so 1,600 plus that. Plus. All right, anything else to throw into the tank?
I think that's all that Garen and I linked in Discord. That was our
I'm
stuff that
looking
we
at
were
my
giving out.
stuff right now.
All right.
I do have business in Mirabar other than just turning in the quest.
You may consider. Let's see. You can consider all of those items then consumed, and that gives you 3,600 fuel points. So you need. Let me get that entered into the spreadsheet.
We need 4,400 more?
600 plus 633. You have 4,233 now. So you need 5,287 more points
Son of a bitch.
to reach Mirabar.
How much is the potion of Hill Giant strength worth?
Let me take a look at here. Okay, that's that. And that
Well, I don't want to use it, but I do have the Scroll
No.
of Resurrection.
No, you hold on to that. That's too important.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
I still got plenty of shit. I got stuff that we can throw in there.
Potion of Hill Giant Strength will be worth 250 fuel points.
No, I'd rather keep on to it then. I can throw both of the T steepers.
Okay.
The
The dog is whining.
I know he's being a baby. He wants to go outside. I open the patio and
Are you
I'm doing
saying one of the tea steepers that you
both.
nearly died by a bunch of plants
Both.
over?
Yes, you know what? I am accepting my losses today,
Yeah, right.
even if Wu is alive.
Here, let
And
me-
That's not the dog. That's Woo in the trunk. Like,
Sure. You know what? While we're at it, here, let me go throw Shatter Skull in.
oh god, Shatter Skull.
Shatter Skull.
Shatter Skull
My
would be.
secrets aren't really.
Shatter
I
Skull.
think Shatter Skull would be like putting high octane in.
Yeah. So yeah, are you going to throw the T Steeper and stuff in, Malik, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna put those to see because I don't have any better way of copying it.
Yep.
I also have this top hat.
Excellent. So let's get that added here. Let's go.
That's not all of the top hat. Why did it only copy that?
Plus a plus list. Yeah, that's Xanareth's sword would keep the ship running for like a year. 100 plus. That's a +2 to wisdom, so. Okay. Okay, that's another 1,400 fuel points.
Right, I'm gonna throw in the grief dagger and my drums.
3. 633. Excellent. Which dagger was that? Sorry.
The grief dagger, the one that as it consumes life, it'll.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Someday become some shit.
Sweet. Okie dokie.
I got a pair of overalls that has
What if we just threw the Chardalyn in there and just had it run forever for free?
what? Throw a piece of Chardalyn in there. See what it does.
No.
I take a
No.
a pebble size piece or about a finger sized piece of Chardalyn and toss it in. Just happens.
Right. The Chardalyn sucks out 1,000 fuel points and is destroyed.
Oh, my bad. Nope. Sorry, guys. To kind of make amends, I'm gonna throw these overalls that I have in. Don't have any information on them.
Okay.
No, you're not. Those are staying with me.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Those are when we want to make Arcana checks on the ship, I put them on and attune to them just for that occasion because they give me an extra 1 to Arcana checks.
Okay.
Yeah, I have those overalls marked down in the library.
All right. Well then, you're keeping those. Then I'll throw in my silver rapier and my game dice.
Well, I can see how much would 2 greater healing potions get me?
All right, let's take a look at that here.
You gotta remember, we're trying to get there on. It's 10 days on normal speed. What about on half speed or lower?
And half speed, that is going to take 20 days.
We'll begin there the last day.
Assuming nothing waylays you, yes.
Oh,
I'd rather get there sooner because Halia may know that we did something. So even with the purple worm doing shit.
Actually, Yeah, she could.
That's a really good point.
So I'd rather get there at the normal speed or faster. So just in case she decides to try and do something silly.
Of course, another option is to go at a faster pace, make a stop somewhere, hope you can find more fuel, and then continue on at a faster pace. That's another option as well.
Wait a minute, there's that village at the Well of Tamora. Maybe they might have some magic items for.
A settlement that small, I doubt that if they do it, I don't think it's going to be enough to get us.
I don't know.
the way.
That vendor there said he does have everything.
Yeah, but that's just a salesman. That's all right. We need to get back as soon as we can. So I'm willing to sacrifice some stuff.
Okay.
What would greater healing potions get?
Yes, greater healing potions. 2 of them together would be, looks like 500 gold, 500 fuel points.
Okay, well, with what we've added right now, how much do we need to get back?
4,187 more fuel points remaining to add.
Is that including like the tea steeper and stuff?
Yes, I've added that in.
It would be less if I didn't throw in that Chardalyn.
Chardalyn's rare and powerful stuff.
What was that before you threw the Chardalyn in?
6,333 fuel points. Now it is 5,333 fuel points.
I knock on Woo's cabin door and ask him if he's got anything to throw in.
Let's see. Woo does have a magic ring that gives him psychic resistance +1 to wisdom and allows him to call upon the blessed beneficence of Mount Celestia. Oh, and it also gives him lesser restoration as well, automatically. I mean, he'd part with it, but that would really mechanically be awful for him.
Oh, man. Oh.
All right. I'm throwing in my silver rapier.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep, already deleted it.
All right.
We can stop somewhere if we go at least a normal speed.
Plus. Okay.
By the way, whenever we get there, let us find a nice, quiet, secretive place to put the ship down because it might not be moving for a bit.
Hey, you have an immovable rod.
Yeah, but all you have to do to move it is just a button.
Not if you hide the rod somewhere. Hide it on the ship.
Oh.
But yes, you now just need 2,600 more fuel points to reach your destination.
Should I throw in this great axe I got? Because I just got done plugging in all of its stats. Oh.
You will end your trip at this point 269 miles from Mirabar.
Oh no, are you planning on ever using it, Thunk?
We ever came across dragons.
Oh, who cares? Shatterskull does better. Is worth more than the Great Axe. Then.
All right, I'm gonna throw in the Dragon Slayer Great Axe.
Oh boy! All right.
It gave me guiding bolt though. It gives me guiding bolt.
When was the last time you used guiding bolt?
I haven't used it yet because I haven't used the axe yet. But
Exactly.
I get guiding bolt as a paladin spell anyway.
Does the axe love you?
No, Shatterskull loves me more.
See, you don't need it then.
I'm throwing the axe in. Screw it.
Okay, then let me add that 6,833.
Yeah. You want all the stats for it?
No, I know the stats for that. All right, now that basically doubles your fuel points that you have. You now have 11,833 fuel points, and when you reach Mirabar, you will have a surplus of 2,313.
You're welcome.
Wow.
The engine roars with life.
Materials like this just hold you back, Thunk. Just think of it that way.
Is better.
Yeah, I would know.
It's better to let go.
It feels better now. You have room to get new things.
Yeah. I have
Nothing will be as good as my staff.
actually have one magic item slot open now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. But now, while we're at Mithril Hall or wherever we're heading, make sure that I buy a new sword.
Yes, and Wu will poke his head out of the box, or no, through the keyhole because the immovable rod's on it or something.
Yeah.
And he'll say, "One of the 9 cardinal virtues is courage," and then he'll hide himself back in the box.
You know what? We need to deck that box. Next time he leaves that box, I'm gonna put like a nice little bed roll in there, whatnot.
Commission
Maybe like
a goblin-sized bed for the box.
Goblin-sized bed in there. Maybe like a little dresser for him. Little rack to keep his bow on. Maybe a picture of a pinup goblin.
Pin-up goblin.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. Yes.
Really, maybe a little lantern holder in there so he has light.
Also, hopefully, some ventilation with the lantern.
Yes, I will poke holes through the trunk.
Oh my goodness. But yes. Yes, you now have enough fuel to reach Mirabar, but we will resolve that next session on your trip back. And
Yeah.
thank you, everyone, for
Have
attending today. And our episode of losses and things returning to us that we thought were lost.
We lost a lot of things.
Yes. Just to get the ship, just to run the ship. You lost
Run
many
this
things.
darn shit.
And all this,
Oh.
all despite Halia.
All this despite Halia. Malik.
Let's hope it was worth it.
It's still worth it.
But yes, thank you everyone for attending. Everyone gets inspiration. And we'll see everyone, hopefully, I believe next week. Same time, same place.
Good night.
Thank you again. Have a good night, everyone.